Do the intro.
Cool.
Hey everyone, welcome to my parents' basement. I'm here with my 10-year... this is what I look like 10 years from now. I'm playing with myself. I can finally grow facial hair. Finally hit puberty. No, this is my friend Brian Agosta, comedian, singer, actor.
Yeah. Hi.
All of the above.
All the above. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
When I get paid, I'll do it.
I guess I'm some of those sometimes too.
You sing sometimes?
I sang in a band.
Oh, no shit.
It did?
What kind of band?
Hardcore, so I didn't sing, I guess.
Awesome.
My parents like to tell me that when I was a kid, they're like, yeah, you used to sing in the shower, but you can't sing. And I was like, why are you giving me shit? Only person in the family that ever had a record deal, so fuck off.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's not really that awesome. It was a 7-inch, so like, you know what I mean? It wasn't like...
That's cool, though.
Yeah, it was a cool experience, but...
you were the lead singer guy, though?
I was the singer, and I actually wrote all the music, too. It was
no shit.
Yeah, it was a pain. I hated it.
Okay.
I mean, I loved it, but I hated it at
Yeah.
the same time. What about you? What'd you do for singing?
I was in the opposite of what you did. I was in a a cappella band. Not hardcore.
No.
Don't have any tattoos. I mean, we were. I was in my 20s. We were in a group that sang for schools. So it was 5 guys, and it was a business that this guy developed designed to do assemblies to teach kids about vocal music and harmony, and to show, hey, guys can sing, arts kind of music thing, it's cool. And we did pretty well because most of the people that came to book us, they would have like these fairs where they would have like the snake lady and the storyteller, and then these 5 guys that would sing like fucking... Can we swear, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think. I don't know. I haven't read the rules. I have been. I clicked the thing for mature on Twitch.
Oh, you did? Okay. I tried
like,
not
hopefully,
to. But...
like, yeah, I try not to go too crazy, but you know, who knows how exactly
what we're supposed to do.
And like, I didn't feel like reading the rules, so I went on YouTube and I was like, what are the rules? And it was like, nothing. Like,
okay.
I was like, all right, like, no one... I mean, people are like, don't get naked. I'm like, well, yeah, no kidding. Like, obviously.
That's
but
a rule that I have in general.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So did you guys have an acapella band name?
We didn't. We didn't.
You were like Rockapella from Where in the World is Carmen San Diego?
Right. I met that guy. I met all those guys, but I hung out with their vocal percussionist, the beatboxer guy.
Okay.
In his apartment in New York City when I was in the band. But no, we were called Almost Recess because singing is almost like recess. Yeah. No.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't do that anymore. I miss singing. I do some improv now, some musical improv.
All right. Oh, do you do the one on is it Friday and Saturday night at IB?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
I'm independent now. Mostly when I do musical stuff, it's with Brian Agosta, my David Lee Roth / Miss Piggy character.
And is that all just you, or do you actually get a full
me.
band behind you?
Every once in a while I'll get a guitarist. Until they annoy me, and then I...
You're a real rock star.
Yeah, I really am. I'm a diva. But I just started to get back into stand-up. Trying to do more stand-up.
When did you start? Like, we'll say start.
So I literally started in 2009 doing stand-up.
Okay.
Which is a long time.
Yeah.
But in between, I didn't do a lot of stand-up. I did some improv, and I did mostly improv, actually, and musical improv in between. I was on the main stage at Improv Boston, and we were touring and stuff. And then when I got away from that, I was like, how do I get back into finding my own voice? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I love about Boston is that, you know, you can do so much stand-up, and you can just keep doing it every night of the week, right? So
a lot of opportunity.
And it's independent. You don't need 4 other people to be like, oh, hey, can we do this together? You just go up, and either you're funny or you're not.
Yeah, it's humbling.
It's very humbling, but that's a great thing.
It's definitely a great thing, and it's very like, there's no one to blame but yourself.
Absolutely.
So like, you know what to fix, or some people aren't self-aware, so like...
Yeah, you see some people and they're just doing the same jokes year after year.
And I'm almost fine with that more so than the people that are just like bombing so hard on where everyone's ripping it on the show, and they're just like, they get the light, and it's like, okay, wrap it up, and like, and then they tell one more joke, and they're like, all right, let me leave you with this, and it's like, you didn't get the laugh on the last thing when you had the light.
So
like, yeah. If this last thing was your big closer, why isn't that what you
opened with? So how long have you been doing
I've been doing it for 8.5 years. May 9th, 2010 is the exact date. It was Mother's Day.
Oh.
Yeah, I shit on my mother. She actually did stand up in the 80s.
Your mom did?
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
So like,
was she known or is she?
No, she was garbage. She was known for being terrible.
Oh my god.
Yeah. She like, a lot of her jokes were making fun of me, and I hated. Yeah, and I hated stand up as a child because of it, and like. Yeah. It wasn't until like I saw Chris Rock Bring the Pain that I was like, oh wait, maybe stand up's not that bad.
Yeah.
So there was that, and then so I think like it was like, all right, my friend was like, here's an open mic thing, you should sign up for this one.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, fine, and then I just kind of kept doing it because Rob Crean saw the video because I posted it.
Oh.
And he was like, come to my open mic.
Yeah.
And then I did his open mic, and he was like, I'll book you on the Gas. And this is back when the Gas wasn't what it is now.
The Gas, yeah. It was just kind of starting, yeah.
It was around for a little bit, but like he didn't hit his like stride with like having a nice, good audience. It was, like that room used to be like 7 lawn chairs.
Oh, wow.
And one would break every show. And then also, if there were like 5 people in those chairs, you'd be hyped. You're like, this is going to be a sick show.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And so like no one ever wanted to do that room, so I got plenty of stage time there.
Nice.
And he'll still give it to me like quite often.
He's awesome.
He's awesome.
He's awesome.
Rob, shout out Rob. I'll get him on here.
Oh my god, yeah.
He's such an awesome dude.
I showed up. He knows me because I also do some commercial acting stuff, and he does as well, which I recommend if you can get into it. Especially with like, cause your tattoos, sometimes they're looking for guys that look like you, who are like, you look like, authentic Boston guy. You know what I mean? I hope that's not offensive.
It is, but there's nothing I hate more than that. Like,
shit.
Like I hate this hat, but I'm a hat guy, and it doesn't look bad. And a lot of people are like, I know why you hate the hat, but you kind of don't.
Wait, why do you hate the hat? I think it's a dope hat.
It's a dope hat, but like, when I wear this hat and then I see like an asshole being like, "What's up, guy?" And I'm like, "No,
I'm not that kind of dude."
No, yeah. I'm like, I want to not be, because like it's guilty by association.
Absolutely. Well, let me ask you this: would that guilt by association be better if you got paid?
Well, yeah. I've done. So it's funny because I have friends that do like short films and like sketches.
Yeah.
And the first one, I was like, my friend's like, I've got this thing. You'd be perfect for you. You got to play this dumb guy, this dumb towny guy. And I was like, I fucking hate you.
Right.
I'll do it, but like I fucking hate you. And then
commercial acting, unfortunately, in Boston is all about the look, and because I have the grays and I'm youngish, I get the dad thing. If I wanted to play, I couldn't play I can't play an authentic Boston-y guy because first of all, I don't have. Well, I could. You can do the accent a little bit, but I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, but when people force it, like they don't know. There's a lot of people that don't know like the ins and outs of the accent.
Right.
And like I don't like the accent either. I have it a little bit in some places.
Yeah, a little bit, but
yeah, it's not too bad. It can. I think if I get upset or mad, it starts slipping a little bit more.
Yeah.
But there are people that just like are clueless on like some like because everyone's like, yeah, you just drop the R's, and it's like you also add R's too.
Right.
And
people
like,
forget that.
People forget that. Like, it's not an idea. It's an idea.
Idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forget that. It's hard to keep those both. Anyway.
Have you done what commercials have you done? Have you done anything like?
I've done some Meineke commercials.
Okay.
I did a Friendly's commercial.
Friendly's, shout out that failing business. I actually on the Matt Conan one, as I told you to watch it, just to like, I was like, this is the best one so far.
Yeah.
I actually tell a story about Friendly's.
Oh. We don't want to tell it again, or do you want to tell it?
No, I mean, everyone should watch
that episode.
Watch that episode. It's about me crapping my pants on 93.
Awesome.
Like, straight up, like, wet baby diarrhea up the back. Shit my pants. It was so gross.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You're driving on 93?
Oh, well, I'm in traffic on 93. I wouldn't call it driving.
Oh.
My bowels are doing all the driving, and it's not good. It's so bad.
It's awful.
It was rough.
I have a story about that, but it's not me. It's I don't know if I can tell it. It's a friend who we had to pull over, and she had to use the the guardrail.
Oh.
Anyway,
it's so bad if someone has to like pull like in my pants in the car, it's like at least like I'm sitting, like it's
Yeah.
in my pants and it's already
It's
bad.
contained.
But it's like if I had to like get out and like not use the toilet, I would have shit on my pants anyways. Like the blast radius would have been so intense. Like it just would have been like, you know what I mean? Because like it's not like this this
No.
elegant.
Yeah, tell me more about how it usually comes out. Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't solid.
Right.
It was more like a sneeze. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like.
Yep.
And so, you've got like 180 degrees of sneeze. Like.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's fun.
So I mean, it's disgusting, but yeah, it's not a good scene.
Cool.
But yeah, that was my friendly story. Although
Nice.
Fribbles are dope.
Love Fribbles.
The Oreo.
I love all their ice cream.
The Oreo Freeze is what it was called.
Yeah.
That was a good one. They always gave you like a color straw, and I always felt like a child. But like when they didn't give it to me, I was pissed because, well, only because the normal straw was a thin one, and the second you got an Oreo in it, you were fucked.
Yeah,
like,
no,
what I
you
mean?
can't get it up there.
Yeah. So it's like, can you give me the child straw so I can suck my Oreos up like a man?
Yeah. Because you can't drink it like from the thing, then that defeats the purpose. Why?
Yeah.
I get a fribble.
So you sang in an acapella.
Yes, sir.
See, I would have. You know what? I would start an acapella. I can't sing, but I'd still start an acapella band just to have like a weird gimmick.
You should have a hardcore acapella band. I think that's funny.
Well, I would just start one that was ska, and it'd be ska acapella,
right.
and like,
Ska.
but like, you know what I mean?
There it is.
Just
Yeah.
because I want to do the stupid, because it's
Right.
that's a twofer. Because ska is infamous for having the ska pun, and so is in a lot of acapella bands too.
There it is.
And so it's like you double down, and that's dope.
I'd be surprised actually if that wasn't a band actually already.
It probably is.
Probably is.
It's probably awesome.
Do you have that? So I'm a new comedy writer. I don't write very well yet.
Okay.
I go out and I bomb a lot, but honestly, I don't know how to write yet. Most of my comedy is based on, I don't know, situations and characters, having a strong perspective. But what was my point? I just lost it. What was I going to ask you about writing? Fudge. What were we just talking about?
So we were just talking about ska acapella and how you're getting the most of both words, and then you twisted it into not being, having trouble writing.
Shit. I totally lost the plot. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I had some soda and I'm all hyped up. I forget. Anyway, I'm not good at writing. Maybe I was gonna ask you like your advice on like how you write and stuff. Like,
I mean, I'm not disciplined in writing.
Okay.
And I have a weird thing where it's like there's no way in hell that I can sit down and actually write. Like if you're like, I'll say this. Sometimes under pressure, I'll just so last night I was at the poorhouse and I had this new joke that I wanted to do so bad, and I had done it like the week before and the week before, and it was like starting to make sense.
Okay.
But I was like, there's something missing. And so then I just sat there while the show was going on, and I just grinded it out in my head. And I was just sitting there like looking at the time, being like, when am I going up? I'm like, okay. And then I just started just packing it as hard, as much punch as I could, like everything, like just tagged everything up.
Yeah.
And I was like, just keep on, like it's almost like making a snowman, or snowballing. You kind of do it, and then you roll it across the thing, and it's getting better.
Yeah.
And that's usually what I try to do, because I want this to lead into this, and it's because it starts with a giggle, and then it gets a little laugh, and then you end it with a bang. So that's what I do. But I'm also everything I say has to be true. I can't fake it. I can't lie. Mm-hmm. And some people are just like, no, I made that story up, and I'm like, I can't do that. Nor do I like it. Like just because it cheapens everything I say.
Yes. You know I think if an audience knows, I think that you're lying, they kind of won't.
It's fine if it's like so evident that it's like a joke.
It's a joke lie, right?
It's a joke lie, but if it's like, I was walking down the street and then, I got arrested for this, and it's this huge story. It's like, wow, that was very, I was involved in that. And then it's just like, well, what? And then they come up to you like, wow, that was crazy. It's like, that didn't really happen. It's like, dude, but I just told you a story about getting beat by hammers, and they're not asking me about that. Now they think I'm fake.
Did you get beat by hammers?
I got beat by hammers so bad.
So I guess I'm learning how to be vulnerable and tell people real shit about me that you normally don't want people to know, I guess. So that's, I guess, where I'm trying to get into. And
my thing was, so for me,
are we gonna play too, by the way?
Let's play as we do this.
All right.
like the intros took like longer than I thought it would be, and then we just kind of went off, and I was like, yeah, we should probably there we go, get this going. My start button doesn't work super well.
Does the rest of your controller work?
Yeah, no, I'm good. Like I was checking because I was like, I didn't check the other controller on this one. Who do you pick for this usually?
Usually Leo or Donnie.
So those are they got the longest weapons.
They got the reach. Yeah.
Yeah.
Michelangelo's the fastest. Oh no, I think Raph is the fastest. And then, we don't have any sound. That's all right.
No, it's like because it comes through there and then through there and then it doubles up through the.
Oh right.
Yeah, so you kind of gotta.
Do we know these sounds? I can see the levels. All right.
Yeah, that's us. Like you can hear it.
I'm not paying attention.
That's all right.
So the key to this game is the sweep. Yep, you got it.
Yeah, the roll of the thumb.
The roll of the thumb. Yep.
Oh.
It's funny because they got Wise on this so that in future games, in like Turtles 3, which is also a good game for Nintendo, doing this makes you lose life.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, as well as in Turtles in Time.
That's a game that I'm not willing to buy because it's like $60 for the Super Nintendo,
expensive.
and I'm just like,
I bought it for like $60.
There's some games that I had that like when my friend gave me my Super Nintendo back, I was like, you don't know what this game is, do you? And he's like, no.
You know, have you seen people will counterfeit games too?
I'm fine with that.
I guess I am too, as long as it works. But I mean, if you're going to do that, why not just have it be emulation? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, for the soul, like there's one on, I think, eBay where it's like 102 Super Nintendo games in one cartridge. And I'm like,
right.
I'll get that. But like, I was looking at the games. And it's $30, which isn't that bad. But it was like, the juice really wasn't worth the squeeze.
Yeah.
And like,
that's a great saying.
There were some games I'm like, these gonna be fucked up because just because it is probably an emulator and it's probably like some weird like Norwegian one and
some
there's gonna be like black metal Donkey Kong, which would be kind of funny,
dude.
And like
Black Metal Donkey Kong is my new acapella group.
That's a good name. That's a good name.
So when was the first time that you played this game when you were a kid?
In the arcade. It was in the arcade. Yeah, this is 100% like an arcade like classic. The one I did with Sean was the Simpsons arcade game, which is another one that's like super like you remember. And did you remember
what system?
That was on the actual like the joystick
console thing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome until it was like all you could hear was. And I was like, probably not good. Is this one of those games where you have unlimited continues, or they like fuck you with like?
I think this has like 3 continues. There's a code I think you can put in so that you can get more lives, but I think you only get like 3 continues.
Oh, all right. Well, that's whatever. We got plenty of games to play, so if you don't make it through, it's not even the biggest thing.
Usually, when I don't do the code, I only make it to like Rocksteady at the end, and then if I beat Rocksteady, I'm lucky.
Already I'm doing trash. Like, look at my life. Your health meter up there. Just got my first shell shock.
Shell shock. Oh, this doesn't have the voices.
Yeah, and it doesn't have the little bubble over it, too.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, we would play... they had Chuck E. Cheese's around here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was where we would go.
I think I played this at G-Wiz. So, in 93, like across from the gas station, like on the other side of 93, there's that Dorchester bowling alley.
Dorchester bowling alley.
It's like, if you're going south, yeah. Like if you're
Oh.
going south on 93, out of the city would be on the right.
Okay.
And the Boston gas tank would be on like the left.
Yeah.
So there's a bowling alley there, and they used to have an arcade called G-Wiz. And that's where I'm trying to think if it was there, because I'm not sure when this came out. I do remember that when Ninja Turtles came out for Nintendo, I was psyched, and then I realized it wasn't this game. It was that other one that was...
super hard.
Yeah, like defusing those bombs underwater.
Yep.
That was a nightmare.
Have you ever been to PAX?
No.
So do you know PAX is? What it?
Yeah.
Okay,
I used to have a nerdy roommate. She might be watching that. Shout out Erica if you're watching.
Somebody else knows about PAX, Erica.
Yeah.
They had those. They would have like they had a console that was a not a console, a session or whatever. That was all about difficult parts in video games, and that was one, defusing the bombs, and it was up on a big screen, and you had like 150 kids in there just going, oh, yeah,
it's so tough.
Yeah, I've yet to beat that game as an adult. Like
I've made it past the bombs, but then after that I don't know what happens. Like I think you just kind of drive around the turtle van, and then you kind of go into buildings, and then not much happens after that.
Yeah, it's pretty lonely. I think I made it to the end, but anyway, we played this game in the arcades and also at home.
Dead again.
I think I remember one of my uncles was like, because Nintendo had a multi-tap for like 4 controllers.
Yeah, what games could you do for that, though?
I have no idea, but he was convinced that if you got a multi-tap, it would work with this game, and I was like, I was 7 years old, and I was like, I know that's not how it works. You can't just, you gotta have the software for that to work. But he's like, no, if you get the thing. Oh, anyway, shout out to 80s candies. I got the Gobstoppers. I got Rainbow Nerds.
You went full Wonka, is what you did.
Oh, damn, I did.
Yeah. Oh shit! I fell into the sewer. Yeah, Wonka was the shit. Although Wonka bars aren't really a thing. I mean, I think they made a comeback.
I never remembered Wonka bars.
No, because I don't think they were real, or real in like my lifetime until like I worked at Newbury Comics for a long time, and they sold them. It wasn't that cool.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, I can hit this, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Oh, that was a waste.
You can hit the. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Oh, it didn't kill him.
No, it just gives him like a shot in the face. But yeah, Newbury Comics, did they give you a discount on stuff?
They did, and that was the one thing that they gave that was like not too bad, because on like fashion, quote unquote fashion, like not like media, we got like 60% off.
That's not bad.
So I was getting $20 jeans for a while, and then they stopped buying jeans because they're like, these don't sell. I'm like, I'm buying them all the time. And they're like, yeah, we're losing money because of that. And I'm like, I don't care. You don't pay me enough.
Yeah, right. What kind of jeans were they?
They're just Levi's.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Levi's are expensive too. Those are like the only jeans that I can wear that actually fit me.
Yeah, I kind of bought I kind of have some that I like, and I just can't get new ones because I'm like, I don't want to try new. Like, I don't like trying on jeans.
Yeah, no, I know. So you know like the brand, like the number that you
Yeah,
like.
I know. Yeah. But then they switched like who was making them, and then that got fucked up for a while, and that was obnoxious.
You need it.
Well, I'm gonna fight this guy first because
Do what you gotta do.
Because that's gonna be a sucker move if I take it and then just get my ass kicked.
Yeah, I actually just this week went back to Macy's and had to do the whole, okay, which jeans fit me again because something changed.
Yeah, there was something weird, and then for a while they were like, oh yeah, we go down this way, don't we? It's been a while. Ooh, I got smacked.
Splat.
Yeah, but like there was one, but like they just got super tight in there, and like I was like, did I gain weight? And everyone's like, no, like they fit stupid now.
They do.
And
then they have the thing now where they have stretch jeans.
Yeah.
Like I have a pair of jeans that I bought that are too, the waist is too small for me, but because they're stretch,
it's totally fine.
Totally fine. Totally fits.
I mean, they're good, but then they start to dump out.
Yep.
And that's my issue.
Yeah. Pizza Hut.
Oh, we can get squashed by. Yeah.
We used to play this in, oh god, so many different places, and we thought we were so good at it that we thought, oh man, we're totally gonna be like in the Wiz with like, what's his face, Fred Savage.
Fred Savage.
Yeah. Like, oh, we're gonna go to the championships and we're gonna win and we'll be famous. That's what we'll do when we grow up.
That's the dream right there.
Yeah. I'm gonna be so good at video games that when I grow up, I'll just play video games for a living. And now people do, but it's not.
It's not like that.
No, they're not in their 30s. They're like, they're in their teens and their 20s, and they're playing like first-person shooter games. Like nobody wants to play these.
Yeah, I don't even know how to like tag this correctly so people can like search this like good.
Oh, on Twitch?
Yeah, like I'm like, there's probably like some way to make this like better.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah, man.
I'm working through the shit.
Yeah, just like stand-up, just like consistency.
I mean, already like, It's looking better. It's looking like I almost know what I'm doing.
I like the background. Is my episode the debut of that background?
Yeah. This is the like those new like Twitter and those things. The new overlays for the camera.
Yeah,
oh.
Love it.
No, game over.
Man,
What? Hit start?
What is happening?
Does this work? Oh, do I have to wait till you die for the continue? Wow. It's one of those?
It's gonna be soon.
Oh, man.
What did you think of the Turtles movies?
I mean, pretty good. Pretty good. Like,
pretty good.
pretty good.
Pretty good.
I mean, I didn't... Turtles in Time, never saw it.
Oh, you know what? I never saw that either.
Yeah.
That's funny.
First one was when Raphael says damn. Because he loses his eye, and he just screams damn throughout the beginning of the movie. And that was a big thing.
I forgot about that.
And then the second one, they weren't allowed to use their weapons because the people that were producing the movie said it's too violent for children. So
I don't remember that.
Yeah, they never used their weapons.
In the second one?
Like, if they use their weapons, it's not against anyone. Like, I think Leonardo throws his, like... swords into the ceiling and then kicks someone.
Really?
But there's no actual like striking of the weapons.
Wow.
Yeah.
Am I the only one doing this candy stuff?
Yeah, I'm on a diet. I can't do that sugar right now.
All right.
I had a rough holiday. It's coming off though.
All right.
I'm trying to get down to fight weight. All right, you ready to get back in?
Yeah, man.
All right. Oh, we have to start from the beginning? Ah, trash.
Yeah.
That is such trash.
I know. Nintendo games are hard. They don't do that, like, stop and save, and then you can continue on when you want to.
How about this?
Yeah.
What? Each Ninja Turtle, they have to be a comedian.
Oh, a famous comedian? Like, who would they be?
No, Boston comedian, so no one... This is super inside baseball for anyone who watches.
That's very funny.
Yeah, Leonardo's definitely Jeff. You guys know Jeff? I don't know him either. I don't even know his last name, but Jeff's just kind of funny.
He always has that tagline. He's like, Cowabunga.
Yeah.
Just like Leonardo. Jeff. Okay, that's a great one. So... I guess Donatello would be kind of nerdy, so maybe Donatello would be like... Oh, God, I don't know. Donatello would be Patton Oswalt, maybe?
Oh, I could see that. That's a good one. Because I feel like I figured out Raphael and I figured out Michelangelo.
Oh, okay.
Leonardo and Donatello are the ones I was having trouble with when I was thinking about this earlier.
So what do you got? Yeah, who?
So Raphael, Lewis Black.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Real grump.
Yeah, real grump.
Michelangelo, Tracy Morgan.
Wow. Yeah, that's spot on. Okay. I want to see this new movie with them playing them. Not even animated. I just wanted to see them dressed up. Tracy Morgan would definitely do that.
But like not even like in turtle outfits. They're just wearing like bandanas.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I think that's funny. And then, did you have one for Leo?
That's what I'm trying to think. So he's a leader. So.
Yeah. He's a leader. He's very serious. He takes things seriously.
And that's what I'm trying to think. Like, who's serious but not too, like... It's so hard.
Yeah, no, that is a hard one. We gotta get... So that'll be like a poll or something that we can set up or something. Like, send us in comments.
It might be... It might have to be someone, like... Not necessarily, like...
It'd be like Seinfeld?
Probably not Seinfeld. Maybe like Lenny Bruce.
Oh,
just because he's such like a huge figure, and that's not anything personality-wise. I think that's just like
how large he is in the
his impact. And I'm not even a Lenny Bruce fan, but I think like just the impact to him is like maybe that's.
Have you been watching the Marvelous Miss Maisel? Did you see that at all?
No, what's that?
It's a Netflix show about a comedian in the 50s. Who's a woman, and it's kind of like her story of developing a voice as a stand-up comedian and going through a divorce and then kind of getting back and being Jewish and growing up, being a woman in the 50s and how the whole comedy scene is kind of... It's mostly kind of like a caricature, kind of fantasy thing, but Lenny Bruce plays the character... somebody plays Lenny Bruce in that movie, and it's kind of interesting. Do you watch it? Are you watching shows? What are you watching?
I'm watching shows. Let's see, what am I watching? What did I try watching recently? I literally, like, I'm so, like, basic. I'm just like, I'll just watch Seinfeld on repeat, you know?
Nice.
Because that's one of those things where I'm just like, it doesn't get better than that, in my opinion. Like, there's no show that, like, competes with that. And, like, a lot of shows try to, like, duplicate it. Like, every show you watch is just kind of like it. And what's funny is, like, I love Costanza, and everyone's like, oh, so you love Curb. And I'm like, not really, surprisingly.
Yeah, I can't get into it.
Like, I like it. It's definitely funny, but I think it's there's too much of Larry David.
Yes.
And everyone's like, but you really like Costanza. But I'm like, but you can't have Seinfeld without all 4 of those characters.
It's a complete breakfast.
Yeah, like, I need all of them. I need all of their stories. Every one of them is just as important as the other.
I agree.
I think, like, the weakest part of that show might be Jerry, if I'm being totally honest.
Oh, absolutely is. Yeah, you're totally true. Which is funny, because you don't realize that at first when you're a kid. Well, when I was a kid, you don't critique things that way. You're just like, oh, it's Jerry's show, and he's a great actor. And then people go, he wasn't really a great actor. And you're like, what are you talking about? Oh, you're right. He's terrible. And I don't know if it made you laugh, but when I was a kid, his stand-up did not make me laugh.
No, it doesn't make me laugh now, but, like, I would say in my favorite order of that show, it's probably Costanza, Elaine, and then Kramer, then Jerry.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I dead?
How am I doing so well right now?
And you still have a life left.
Yeah, I was probably just ducking her. I was probably letting you take the
Nice.
heat.
Love it.
I was just hanging out in the corner. That was a Matt Kona question. She's like, you ever just hang out in the corner? I'm like, I don't think so. I usually just run in and, like, get smashed.
Oh, I'm the first one. You ever play video games?
Do you want to keep playing this or just switch to, like, because, like...
I'll watch. So me and my brother are very compatible because we grew up together and we would always play these games. So we play games the same way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're very, like, we play compatible multiplayer games and stuff. We know where to go. We split up tasks. Like, okay, you get the guy on the left, I'll get the guy on the right. He's texting me right now, actually. He's trying to figure out how to stream it. He's like, do I have to get naked? I'm like, no, I don't think so.
I don't think that's a thing. I mean, you can, but, like, no one will see it. Like,
no one to see you.
Yeah, it's just weird if you're doing that.
Yeah.
I was watching it naked. Okay, all right. All right, well, you do you, I guess. Just don't bring it up. Oh, I hate these things.
You ever play video games, though, with somebody who isn't good at them?
I mean...
And get frustrated?
That might be me. Really? It depends. I mean, I don't know. I've been kind of...
No, you know what you're doing. I can tell. Like, I'm talking... Well, so specifically ex-girlfriends could not play video games. Unfortunately. The ones that I dated. I'm not saying all girls can, because absolutely girls can.
I was actually having this conversation with... Because I'm having Chloe Cunha on the show on Saturday.
I bet she's great at video games.
Well, we were talking about it, and then... I'm not sure if you know Mairead Dickinson.
I don't.
Another comedian. She was saying that her brothers never let her play.
Yeah.
And so I was like, and apparently that's a huge thing. Like I didn't, like I have step and half sisters, but like they weren't.
They weren't the same age.
They weren't the same age. Yeah. Like I was. I mean, technically, I'm an only child. I'm an only child from my parents, and then I've got like stepsisters that when my dad remarried, they were so much older than me that didn't matter. But they would they would play games with me, but they were older, so it's like when you're young, you're like, yeah, I'm playing with my older sister. This is cool. Like, you know what I mean?
Were they cool? Were they like, did they like...
Yeah, my they were both pretty cool. My sister Vicky was like kind of like a smart ass.
Cool.
I remember when I was like 10 years old, she like threw condoms on my bed and like was hiding like around the corner to see how I'd react. And I was just making water balloons at him. Like, this is sick! And like, I totally knew what they were.
Sure.
And like... And, I was probably saying dumb stuff like banging chicks at like 10, like, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, I found woods porn before. Like, I know what's up. Like,
you found what?
Woods porn.
Oh, woods porn, yeah. What is up with that?
It's so weird.
That is so... I don't even know if that happens anymore. I haven't encountered
No, unless someone finds like a laptop in the woods.
Right,
like,
yeah.
The old homeless beatbox, as I call it.
Right. That's funny.
Yeah, like that is such like a...
That's like an 80s thing, I guess.
Yeah.
90s thing.
It's super like, just like, and everyone like had it. Like, I remember when I was in like 5th grade, me and my friend, we built a sick treehouse.
Nice.
And it was just covered in woods porn. Like, like we wallpapered that thing in woods porn. Like,
Nice.
yeah, it was pretty tight. How'd I get a life?
Dude, because you got 200 points. You're killing it.
Dude,
Dude, if you beat this level and I come back in later, I'm fine with that. I don't want to have to play through this. I think I'm the one who won this.
But like, if I get fucking wrecked though, it's a loss on both of our parts.
That's true. No, you'll be fine.
That's why like I feel bad if like we just don't like switch or something.
No, dude.
How about,
I play this so much.
How about I'll switch off.
Sure.
Right. Let me kill this guy. Yeah. You take it now.
All right.
All right.
I was gonna ask you.
Okay.
Oh, we're talking about family, and you're talking about older sisters and stuff.
Yeah. And so
yeah.
My mom remarried, and then I
Okay.
had a super young brother, and I didn't like live with them, and like he was super. I don't know. He was whatever.
Yeah. It's different when they're younger and you don't live with them, I guess.
Yeah. So like, and also like he didn't have anything. I don't think.
As far as games goes?
Like a Nintendo or anything.
Right.
Like, yeah. I don't think he was so young that wasn't in the picture yet.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't really a huge thing.
Was that her husband's from a previous marriage, or they had them together?
Or? He was stepbrother, so but
Okay.
then like they moved to Mansfield, and they had my half brother and half sister.
Okay.
And they're super young.
That's the 15-year-old and the 22-year-old?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. I have a 15-year-old half sister, 22-year-old half brother, 29-year-old stepbrother, 30. No, he's not 29. He's 27, and my stepsister is 34, and then I have a 48-year-old stepsister, and a 49-year-old stepsister.
And those are the older ones.
Yeah.
Throw the condoms on the bed.
Yeah.
So my question is, like, where do you think you got your sense of humor and your comedy? Was there somebody in your family?
Ooh.
And does anybody else in your family do comedy?
No.
Are they funny in general around like?
I like how you took over with it. Like I handed the controller and you just started.
I'm doing the questions now.
No. Like I said, it was just a thing to like. I was like, I'll bury the hatchet and I'll make fun of my mom.
Yeah.
And that'll be the end of it. And then I just
Okay.
kind of kept doing it. And I wouldn't say my mom because like there's an older comedian, Chris Zito, who still kind of does it today. And like my mom contacted him. Was like, my son does comedy. He actually booked me on his show at Dick
cool.
Doherty's.
Oh, nice.
And it was funny because he's like, don't mess this up, and I'm like, I'll do better than my mom. He's like, that's not hard. And like, so it's like, it was like, and my mom even says, she's like, yeah, I just wasn't good at it. Like
So
like,
he knew her back in the day.
He knew her back in the day,
Okay.
yeah. She did it for like a little while. She did it for about 3 years.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a little
Like
while.
enough to kind of have a clue, you know
Sure,
what I mean? But
yeah.
like still couldn't grasp it.
Yeah.
And like especially in the 80s when it was kind of like, it was booming.
Yeah.
Like you could get, I have tapes of her doing comedy.
That's awesome.
It's not.
It was in Boston though.
Yeah. It was. There's 2 tapes. One's from Catch a Rising Star, and the other is
Wow.
from Stitches, which is where I'm not sure the new comedy studio. They have the open mic on Tuesday, which is called Comedy Hell.
Okay.
Stitches had the original Comedy Hell, and that's where it comes from. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I love that concept. I like that he's doing that too. I think that's great.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
But comedy is blowing up again now. Like I feel like
It
even from
is.
10 years ago.
It 100% is, but like still, it's not. The 80s was weird because there was like there was an interview with pre scandal Louis C.K.
Yeah.
There's an interview with him talking about when he was younger in Boston in the 80s, and he was doing like he was getting $50 a spot on every show, like, and he was doing it like 5 to 7 nights a week.
That sounds dope.
And doing like 5 spots for $50 each.
That's like $100 now or something.
I mean, yeah, who knows? But like, so he was making $250 a night just doing comedy.
That's great.
And just like
I would quit my day job.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Oh my god. So is that your what is your vector? What are you up for? What are you doing?
I mean, that would be dope. I would love to do that.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, who knows? Like, what's your goal with it? I guess like let's switch this on to you.
Oh, Jesus.
Before you put it in.
Right. So I want to I want to be a comedian.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to be a stand-up comedian long term because I feel like I'm more of an actor and entertainer type of person.
All right.
Like right now, at least, my skill set is if there was a comedy show, I would be best suited to be the host.
Okay.
I get the audience going. I bite the bullet. I get them on my side, and I introduce people. Like I'm
Kinda
pretty
like-
good at that.
Like just being like friendly and talking to the crowd.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Crowd work galore. Because I don't have a lot of material, and I don't know what works yet with my personality.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty good at doing improv and being in the moment because that's what I've done the most of so far. But long term, I'd like to be like on a sitcom show.
Okay.
And or write my own sitcom web series.
Have you ever written anything?
I have. I've written sketch.
Okay. I tried to write a pilot once.
How did that go?
I went 11 pages and then I was like, nah.
Now you're done?
Yeah. And I was like, that's halfway there. And I'm like, nah.
It takes time.
Yeah, I was like, but I think I say halfway, but I think I need like 30 pages realistically.
Really?
Because you gotta ditch out like, a bunch of it and stuff. And because what is it, like it's a page a minute or something like that? And
Yeah.
usually it's like 22 minutes for like a sitcom. I mean, although with Netflix and everything like that, when you do that stuff, it's actually a half hour. So now you gotta write long, which is actually kind of better.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think so. I do commercial acting, which is not real acting for me. It's kind of like modeling with talking. Like I have a certain look, so people cast me. Like I'm doing a thing tomorrow, which should be fun for Atlantic Broadband, and I'm playing a dad.
Okay.
That's what I do. But it's not because I'm a great dramatic actor. It's just because I look like a dad.
Yeah.
And when I smile, I can look pretty natural and be like, oh, hey, I'm enjoying this with some kid who I'm pretending is my kid. So I don't have any illusions that I'm a good actor, but I feel like my strengths are being charming, and being friendly.
Yeah.
And I'd love to turn that into a career. So I feel like I've tried doing the improv thing and I tried doing the sketch thing, and I think I need to do the...
Oh, we're back.
Either the one-man show or start another sketch group and just go at it and do all my characters. Do Brian Lee, do, these other characters that I've been working on.
How many have you done live? I know I've seen Brian Lee.
How many characters have I done live? 2.
All right.
Which is sad. Yeah. Yeah, and myself. I've been myself on stage doing stand-up, but yeah. So I was like, I went to open mic last week.
Okay.
At, Middle East.
Middle East, all right.
And Rob Crean was like, that's maybe what I was gonna say. So I saw Rob Crean, and Rob Crean was like, hey, here's a guy who I love seeing around, and I hardly ever see him. He's the funniest guys I know in Boston, Brian Agosta. And I was like, thanks, Rob. Like, you don't have to say that. Nobody knows who I am. But it's great. It makes you feel great, and it primes you to, So I did my thing, and it was fine. I'm learning, but
that's also like a rough mic.
Oh yeah, it's a rough.
That's like
roughest.
I used to. So back in the day when Rogies was around.
Oh, I've never heard of Rogies.
It was down by Cleveland Circle.
Okay.
If I tried out brand new material and it went like way too well, where it's like that crushed and that shouldn't have, I would go straight to the Middle East just to like dial out.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's figure this out.
Yeah. Let's see how well this really.
Right.
Is this that good?
Right.
No, it's not that good.
No, it's not. That's funny.
Yeah. So.
I love that stand up is so awesome. It's so honest and it's so like you. I don't know any super cocky stand up comedians. I don't know if you do.
I do, but they're the ones that aren't good at it.
Right. I don't know any cock of the rock stand-up comedians who are like, hey, I own this town and I'm fucking good at it. It's like, that doesn't exist. You get the newbies who are like, not good.
There are some people that have been in it for a while that are like, they'll be like, I've never bombed. And it's like, what'd you just do up there? Like, can you tell me what that was? You're right. You know what? That wasn't good enough to be a bomb, if we're being totally honest.
That's very funny.
Like, I'm pretty sure you just shit your pants on stage and call it comedy. So, like, I don't know what's going on.
I feel like that's just I'm not brilliant. I'm just saying, like, I finally figured this out, and that's why I'm doing it more. You gotta do that. You gotta bomb.
You have to.
You have to. That's the only way through to success, is getting up there and being so scared out of your mind, but doing it anyway, and then getting to the other side and being like, I'm still alive.
And also, it kind of drives you to do better because I remember first doing it. I had 22 friends come to my first show.
That's awesome.
Oh,
okay.
So, do you know Gary Gulman? I assume?
Yes.
Yeah. Huge, everyone that's watching, this isn't like a Boston thing. He's pretty big. He's got Netflix special and everything like that.
Yeah.
Great, hilarious.
Super good. Yeah, super
So,
funny.
when I got into comedy, I didn't really know too many comedians aside from, Dane Cook, Chris Rock. Because, I didn't dive into it, really.
Yeah.
And so, I'm at the Comedy Vault, Dick Doherty's, back when that was a thing. And that they had a green room. And I was waiting. It was, my first open mic.
Awesome.
And so I'm just sitting there waiting, and I see Gulman walk in, not knowing who he is. Not knowing that he was just on tour with Dane Cook.
Right.
Not knowing, anything.
Yeah, no idea.
And I'm like, that's a tall guy. I should talk to him. I'm a tall guy.
Us tall guys gotta stick together.
And so, I'm like, but then I realized the last guy I talked to was just I talked to this guy, I'm like, hey, dude, do you have any advice? He's like, nah, man, you're going to be totally fine. Just relax, and everything will be all good. I'm like, how long have you been doing this? He's like, I've done this about 25 times, so it's not that big of a deal. He goes up on stage and just goes, oh, and then just runs off the stage. And I'm like, you know what, maybe I won't talk to anyone. Straight up, I'm not talking to anyone. Now, good point of the story is because it's an open mic, it's a bringer open mic at Dick Doherty's. You have to bring 2 people. I bring 22 people, but because I bring everyone, I have to go last. Otherwise, they're afraid everyone leaves.
Yeah, right.
Now, it's not like a normal open mic where it's the show goes on forever. It's actually just there's 5 booked open mic comedians.
Cool.
And then there's a host, and they usually put 2 or 3 they're actually paid regulars on the show.
Regulars. Okay, cool.
Just to do guest spots.
Cool.
To it's kind of a good setup aside from the fact that it's a bringer.
Sure.
Because it's a show, it's an open mic.
Yeah.
But also you get something.
You get some more seasoned comedians.
People are paying for this open mic.
Sure.
So they at least get something. And on this night they got Gulman.
Awesome.
Unknowingly, I'm just sitting there and he's on right before me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, let's see how good tall guy does. And I don't feel bad, but I'll just bring up. Do you know the Discman joke?
Oh man.
It's on No Can Defend, his record.
I can't recall.
Well, it's a joke about he's like, I was at the gym and I don't like to burn people's material, but it's on record, so it's I'm not burning his material.
Yeah.
But it's I was at the gym and I saw a man using a Discman today. And then he just breaks it down. He's like, they're a lot bigger than I remembered it. At first I didn't recognize it. I thought it was a hubcap. Is he listening to a pizza and stuff like that?
Nice. Yeah.
And just he goes, he's like, I remember when I got my first Discman. It's it cost me $180. He's like, think about that today. I could get everyone in this room a Discman for $180.
Yeah.
In fact, look under your seat, kind of
Holy shit, that's funny.
And keep in mind, I'll say this: there are 3 times I have the 3 biggest crushes. I've seen people just crush.
Yeah.
Ever in Boston. It's the whole time doing comedy. That is one of the hardest times I've ever seen.
Yeah.
The room was dying. People were having asthma attacks. They couldn't gasp when they were essentially.
Wow.
And baefore this had happened, I was like, I can do this.
Right.
And I was sitting there and it was legit a thing where I was looking through the curtain and one of those scenes where the curtain just goes back and I just I can't fucking do this because he murdered. Even if I knew what I was doing, I was fucked.
Yeah.
And I went up there and I did my thing and it sucked and
Did you get laughs though? Did you get any laughs? Did your friends?
Yeah, I got laughs, but it's.
It didn't feel.
It's that's my friend on stage. I'm laughing at that.
Yeah.
What about you? What about your first time? When we keep keep doing this, but yeah.
I took a class at Improv Boston.
Okay.
And it was before
who's the teacher?
Dana J. Vine.
All right, perfect.
Yeah.
Shout out Dana. Awesome dude. He's gonna be on here sometime. I haven't talked to him yet, but he's got no choice.
He's great.
I mean, he wouldn't say no.
He's my oldest stand-up. He's my oldest comedy friend in Boston. He was the first guy that I took classes with, who ushered me into this is what stand-up comedy can be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In a real way, not in a kind of glossy way. In a kind of no, this is when you do stand-up, these are the steps.
Yeah.
So at the end of the class, they have a show at Improv Boston where you bring your friends.
Yeah.
And they do the thing. So I brought maybe 12 people. I had a good, decent crowd. And I mean, I did okay because the material was weak, but
You had the support.
I had the support, and I was like this, like I was talking to my friends, telling them jokes. You know what I mean? I wasn't on stage saying, so you ever think about sexual habits of dinosaurs? Like it wasn't like that. But so I did pretty good. And I tried to go out after that to do other open mics. And I found out that, it really was because I had my friends there that made me comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, you learn that, like, you need to, because they know who you are. Like, it already sets up. They know who you are. They know that you're a good person, and they're already on your side.
Yeah. You don't have to build that relationship.
Exactly.
And also, like, here's one thing that people always say that I find, like, super interesting, because people are like, you don't want to tell, like, they're like, you shouldn't tell jokes for your friends. And I'm like, I think you should, but you should make the audience your friend first. And and like, I think people have that wrong. I'm like, if you can get people to be your friend immediately,
oh my God,
it's like, all bets are off. Like that. If they're on board, they're like, all right, I don't agree with what you're saying, but let's take this ride. Let's see where it goes.
Because sometimes you're just almost like, when you're laughing at somebody, it's not what they're saying as much as how they're saying it, and that it's just them. You know what I mean? You're just like, you're nodding in approval, and they're riding the wave correctly of, okay, waiting for the laugh to die down, and then telling you something else. And you're just hypnotized into having like a one-way kind of enjoyable conversation. So I feel like that's what I'm good at. I'm not good at writing yet. I feel like I kind of want to hire people to write for me. Like, I think Anthony Sabelli is one of my favorite comedians, and because he's a great writer, and he's a super nice guy.
Unbelievably nice guy. I gotta get him on here too.
He would love to be on
He's one of those people that, like, I don't see him that often, so I forget about him. But he is so good. I love him. He's an awesome dude. Super funny dude.
Super funny dude.
But yeah, I'm glad you said his name.
Yeah, dude.
I would have forgot.
He'll totally come on too. He's a Super Nintendo guy. But I want to hire him to write jokes for me, and I want to say them, like, because, but
But can you, like, I feel like I can't do that because I feel like it's not me saying it, and like I feel like it has to be me.
It has to be you. It
like
has to be your.
Like, there's been times where people have given me tags, and I'm like, I can't. Like, I've gotten better about it because I'm like, well, because like one time I got screwed, and like I couldn't think of anything, and I remembered the friend's tag, and I said it.
Yeah.
But like, when he told it to me the way he would say it, and then I realized, I can say it in my voice,
right?
And like how I would explain it,
right?
And it just kind of came off better. I'm like, okay, I can kind of see how I can make that work now. So I've been able to take advice better, but like,
that's cool. I
don't think anyone could straight up write a full thing for me.
Yeah.
Like, you want like the full like, hey, jukeboxes when you're doing the thing, and then this song, and then that, blah 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 blah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, of course, like, I guess it depends on what kind of like you're trying to do with your writing.
Right.
Because like everything I do is all me. You know what I mean? There's not so much like, even when it's not me, it's still me because it's my. It's just kind of like my opinion on things, and it's how like I feel, and I feel like if someone's writing my stuff, it's like they're kind of like writing their opinion.
Right. You want to have your opinion get through.
Yeah.
What is your? I've seen you perform before. I've seen you perform at the
Art Lounge.
At the Art Lounge, yep. I think that might have been the second or third time I saw you, but then I saw you more recently at the Comedy Studio.
Ooh, when was it?
This was when Dana was doing his residency in November.
Okay. Did I do good?
You did. Everybody did good that night.
All right.
Do you not have good memories of that?
The last date I had there, it was in December, so it wasn't hers. It was such a tough show. Like,
oh, really?
It's funny because people that go to my gym showed up, and like I don't know them that well, and they just like comedy, so it was just kind of a coincidence.
Okay.
And like Rick was the owner of the Comedy Studio, was giving them a tour, and then like we just hang out in the green room. I was like, oh, that was tough. Like I got like like it was so weird where I was like, I am fighting so hard on this, and like I can't get anything. And I even apologized for him, like, dude, I don't know what happened. And he's like,
you apologized to Rick?
Yeah, I was like, and he was like, yeah, it seemed like, they just weren't taking it. And I was like, not at all. It was tough. I was like visibly upset. And then like, hey, we go to the same gym. And I'm like, I added them on, like, I literally sought them out on Facebook and, like, wrote them a huge apology. Like,
you're kidding.
No, because I was like, listen, that's not my brand. Like, that is not, like, a... Like, I was upset. Like, I was like, mad and, like... Because it's one of those things where, like, I'm at a point where I'm like, I feel like I can almost always at least turn something around. You know what I mean? It might not be this, like, you're carrying me out on my shoulders, but, like, hey, we might be gaining ground. You know what I mean?
Did you have a turning point or a milestone when you went from just starting to being like, hey, you know what? I kind of know what I'm doing. Like,
I always feel like I don't know what I'm doing. Like,
really?
I'll have turning points where I write a new joke and I'm like, oh, this is a thing. This is a big thing. Like where there's a realization where it's like, this is
a cool bit.
This is something.
Something
and it's even better when I realize it and it bombs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. You guys aren't wrong. I'm just not right yet.
Sure. Okay. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. Like it's just not there yet. But there's something here, and I'm like, there's no way that this isn't funny.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I'll put a premise up that has no punchline. Like my thing that I'm starting with right now, and it still has no punchline, is, hey everybody, yes, I am your non-threatening TV dad, and people kind of suck it in and they go, oh, this is an interesting setup. What is he going to say that's TV dad like and funny? And I go, you're doing a good job, which usually gets a little ticked.
Yeah.
And then I say, do you need to borrow some money? And that doesn't get any laughs. And then I go, oh, fuck, what do I end it with? I just started doing this and I'm trying to play video games and remember my bits at the same time.
Yeah, it's tough. That's why I was like, I gave you it's funny, I gave you a ton of questions to be like, just let it sit in your head, just so like you'll have it like at least kind of before, and then we haven't even touched any of those subjects.
Yeah, that's so funny. I end it with something like, oh, I say, don't do drugs. I'm just kidding. Do drugs. Just do them with me. And people are like, nah, no, that was not worth it. But I know. I think an audience, when they hear an interesting setup, something clicks in their brain, and I just haven't had a experience where I've hooked an interesting setup with a great punchline. Like another setup I had a while ago was like, I don't like the term friends with benefits, and people go, oh, what term do you like? And I go, I prefer super friends. And then I don't have a punchline for that. See, exactly. It's like people are drawn in, and then they're like, so I just got to do the work. I just got to do the paperwork.
Yeah, that's kind of like, see, you're going, I go about it from, I kind of work backwards.
Sure.
Like, I kind of like, I like, something happens in my life. I'm like, this is funny, and like, how do I get to this part?
Yeah.
Like, and then I'll backtrack from there to like realize. Yeah. And a lot of it is like within like, it's like I'll realize the situation, and then I'll rewind from everything leading up to that situation, and then I start punching that up. That's what I do.
That's a great way to do it. I have the stories that work the jokes that work the best for me are the real stories so far.
That's you.
I think I need that.
Yeah.
I tell a story about. Well, this stopped working so much because I think it was a slightly homophobic joke. Where I had this tow truck dude, and I just broke up with my girlfriend, and I get the audience to be like, oh, you know, and I get this tow truck dude to come pick me up because I was moving out, and the last box had to be moved out, and then I have a tow truck dude, and I'm like, thanks, man, you don't know what the kind of day I've had. I just broke up with my girlfriend, and you're the only guy I can talk to, and he's like, yeah, whatever. I don't care. Like, okay. So he starts warming up. He starts talking to me about his girlfriend and stuff, and he goes, hey, why are you moving from Medford to Andover? I was like, well, my girlfriend just broke up with me. He's like, oh, it hurts. I know, I've been there. But you know what? You can't stay at home. You got to go out. You know, you got to go out and find a bar or something. You know, you're not a bad-looking dude. You could do okay for yourself. I'm not queer or nothing, but you could do okay for yourself. And usually that would get the laugh. Yeah. It doesn't get the laugh anymore. Like, after 10 years, people are like, oh, that's kind of homophobic thing to say.
I think it could still get the laugh. I think you just need to like get involved and kind of like break down everything he's saying and kind of almost make him out to be a bad guy.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, and then you got to really like, it's got to end with him being like ultimately like, being like an idiot. And being like, I'm not queer or nothing. It's like, well,
that's homophobic.
It's not even like that. It's like, also, is it like giving advice is gay? Like what? Like that's like, you know what I mean? Like there's so much like. There's so much.
Talk to more stand-up comedians. Tell them my jokes and get them to give me free writing.
I'm not even saying that's good. That's like the first thing, because like a lot of people say like, you know, don't do your first one. Write 3 more and use like the third thing that's better than that. So like now it's like, you know what I mean?
That's great. That's great.
And
advice.
that's what you should be doing. You should have like, you should just keep on banging out like, is this as
Yeah.
good as it gets, or
Right.
is there something better, and start like
Right.
figuring it out. And sometimes like I've had like someone gave me a tag and it was amazing, and it
Yeah.
never
worked.
Never worked.
Yeah. But it's funny to you.
Yeah. And I'm like, it's an like I have a story about like not being able to go somewhere past midnight, and actually the whole like this line was given to me was, what are there, werewolves? It was given to me by one of my friends, who's not a comedian, and I was like, I like that. And I'm like, I was like, 'cause like I was telling him the story, and he said that. I'm like, dude, can I have that?
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, I don't care. I'm not doing comedy. And I'm like, all right, I like that line, and so I took that, and then my friend Erin Judge, very funny comedian.
I know that name.
Yeah, she's got a record out on Comedy Central, and
Awesome.
like, yeah, one of the, not the first people I met in comedy, but one of the first more like established people I had met in comedy. Like, introduced to her by Sean Carter, who's also an amazing dude.
Yeah.
First episode.
Yep.
But
which makes sense.
She said, "Oh, I thought of a good line for that. Instead of saying, 'What are their werewolves?' say, 'What are their gremlins?'" And I was like, "Oh, that's unbelievable."
Yeah.
I'm like, "That's so good." And then like I told it like 10 times, and it never got a laugh. And I was like, and I was so mad because like I love Erin so much, and like it's such a good line. And I'm like,
that sounds familiar to me though. I feel like I've heard you say that.
maybe. But I mean, like I haven't said it in like probably like 7 years.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
maybe not then. Someone else was talking about Gremlins after midnight. Maybe. I don't know.
And but like it's so disappointing.
What who do you pattern yourself after as far as comedy, or do you have like people who you're like, oh, you know what, this is the style that I am?
So I would say like I always liked Chris Rock, so it was always just like bang, 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 and that's what I liked about it. It was very like smart and well thought out, and like
Logical,
like the logical and the points were great.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes his points didn't get across the way they should have. Like the like who hates black people more, white people or black people?
Right.
And then like it was like like white people were like, yeah, see, and it's like, oh no.
That's not the point of this.
Yeah. Like to the point where he was like, I wish I never wrote that joke, and I was like, oh no, but it's such a great joke. If like racists didn't ruin it.
Right.
So there's always that, but then there's like I think there's a big turning point for me.
Yeah.
Where like I remember before I did comedy, I used to like I would talk about like I'd come home and talk to my roommates about work, and like every once in a while I would just get on these rants, and like I would just say like ruthless things, and just like it would just be like I was walking somewhere for 45 minutes with my friend, and it's like I did not even think I took a breath, and I was just like ah! And my friend was crying laughing the whole time, and like it never even struck my mind to even do that. Like I was like, that's not comedy though, that's just me being like, having an opinion on something. Sure. And like, it's not like, why'd the chicken cross the road to get to the other side, and and then I saw Bill Burr's special Let It Go.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you can do that?
Yeah.
And so that was a huge turning point for me, but then at the same time, like I was trying to do what he was doing, and then that took a while to like almost figure out like
how to do it your own way.
How to do it my own way. How to like, because like I was trying to do him. I wasn't trying to do what I was doing that was making my friends laugh. And so that was like a huge thing. And then but like that was like it was just a weird moment where it was like I'm allowed to do that, and that's kind of a thing, you know what I mean? And then like also around that time I was starting to get more into comedy and exploring more into it, and so like I obviously like Lewis Black, Kinnison, and like
Kinnison,
like anyone that's like loud and like
brash and
it's kind of like just what I enjoy, and just kind of very like really stupid, like kind of like that kind of, you know what I mean? It's just just that like unapologetically like ignorant opinion, where you're just like blah 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 blah, but I'm totally wrong too, and like what I mean, like it's very self-aware, and it's I know I'm wrong, but I gotta get my opinion across because it's important for some reason.
What's his name? Who was on Rescue Me?
Dennis Leary.
What do you think? How do you feel about him?
My mom was like the biggest fan of him as a kid, and she would just always do his okay, okay,
Okay.
and so like I was just like
So you OD'd a little bit in
yeah,
there.
yeah. I mean, I liked it, but like at the same time, it was like it could be a little bit much when your mom's just telling his jokes.
That's so funny. I can't imagine my mom doing stand-up. She's not. I guess that's what makes people different. Like she's definitely not that type. I think I get my sense of humor from my mom and my dad, but my mom is funny by accident.
Yeah.
My dad is just a goofball.
My mom says she's funny. She's just not funny on stage, and like that's. I think she gives herself too much credit, but I've seen her like say funny things.
Right, right.
But it's not as like she comes out like she's like this savage, like.
Right, yeah.
And I'm just like, nah.
See, I feel like that might be a New England thing too. There's definitely a directness to the comedy in New England where it's verbal and it's very kind of emotional. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't. It's weird. Who would you say your style, or who are your guys or girls, like who's your like,
I think silly people, or people who can just, I feel like if I get enough time and I get enough talking with an audience, I can make something funny. So I feel like Eddie Izzard or
okay,
like growing up I always admired Robin Williams.
All right.
Because of his crazy act outs, his crazy like characters all the time, and to be honest, I would love to just do that, but I can't. Like I can have a character, but I can't do his this and then this and then this. But listening to him, like his jokes are pretty basic.
Yeah.
Most of his humor comes in the you got a thing there. You got a little guy.
I thought we beat the game. Like it freezes, like you beat the game with this little.
Yeah, they're like, no, you're getting chewed.
Yeah, I was like, I killed it. As my life bar is just like slowly depleting.
I also like, I like Eddie Izzard just because he just talks bullshit and makes funny stuff out of it, and it's more just the phrasing that he uses than the actual jokes themselves. Like it's very much a surprise when he reveals what he's talking about, and I think maybe I gotta remember that I just gotta be surprising and give them a setup and then just say something that just that's incongruent, and maybe that'll help make the joke, I guess.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not too familiar with his comedy. I'm familiar with him in Ocean's 13. Like that's
okay. Totally
that's
different.
my knowledge.
Oh,
and, like
man.
that he dresses like a woman sometimes.
Yes.
And
yes.
that's like
he's a transvestite. He's an executive transvestite.
Okay. I don't know much about him. I hear he's funny though.
He's very funny.
To this day I'm still super selective about who I watch because I
like Sinbad. You ever watch Sinbad? Or listen to Sinbad?
I haven't listened to Sinbad.
I'm trying to think what else I got into. There's a podcast that I listen to, that I just started listening to, called That's a Good One. And it's where they have comedians come on and they discuss jokes. Oh, Mike Birbiglia, I like. Do you like
I like Mike Birbiglia. I mean, he's like I'm kind of a storyteller too, so that
cool.
So that kind of helps me out.
You might like this podcast because he's on the podcast and he talks about his writing process, and he talks about why the podcast is all about why this thing that they do is funny. And one of the interesting things about Sinbad is like he's like, I don't write material. It's like, what do you mean you don't write material? Like he just you did.
I'm dead. I'm so dead.
Oh man. He I guess he just does bits on stage and then just he's got ADD, so his mind will flip back and forth between subjects, and he's just got that kind of. He's got enough bits where he knows there are things that are funny, and he knows he'll find other things along the way. So that's just the way he works it.
Yeah.
And I'd love to do that eventually. Like I don't want to have anything too written, and I want to have a lot of characters and a lot of act outs and stuff. But I want to be able to find stuff that's funny along the way. I want to be able to improvise and have it work. So I guess that's why I gravitate towards like Robin Williams and Sinbad and Eddie.
But
Izzard.
I feel like you need that solid foundation.
Oh, absolutely, you do. Yeah, I think you're right.
I saw a kid go up on stage in New Hampshire once, and he was straight up like he was
had
up
no
there.
material.
He had no material, and like he's like, this is just my thing. I just get up here and do something. He's like, I'm sorry, guys. I just don't know anything I don't see anything funny in this room. It's not my fault. I'm like, look at this banister. And I was just like, dude, this is 100% your fault.
Yes.
This is laziness, and you
Yes.
shouldn't be on this show.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. Was it a book show or was it an
Yeah,
open mic?
it was a booked show. It was a booked Saturday night.
Where was this?
This is, I forget the name of the place.
Is it Nashua or Manchester? There's a place in Manchester I know of. I haven't been there yet. I'll say that.
I don't remember. Might have been Nashua.
Peddler's Daughter? Does that ring a bell?
No.
Okay. And I don't know. I just moved to Nashua, so that's
All right.
what I'm like.
Yeah.
But anyway, he shouldn't have been there. Yeah. I've seen that too, mostly at the Middle East. There's some guys like, hey, this is my first time. And it's clear he just didn't have any jokes. It was just like you can't do that. Yeah, Robin Williams is definitely prepared. Like, he has bits. He's very fast, and stuff occurs to him, I think, in the moment as well, where he's just able to riff.
Or you got to keep in mind, too, that this could be a situation that's happened repeatedly. Because, like, there are situations where you can legit, like, manipulate the audience to react and do things the way you want them to just so you can hit a joke.
What do you mean?
Like,
I think that makes sense, but...
Yeah, like, you can kind of, like... Well, you can force a groan out of people and then, like, have an immediate thing with the groan thing, you know what I mean? Like, you can have stock stuff just because if you've been doing a joke so long,
you know how
people are going to react. And, like, sometimes it's just like, I know this audience. They've been here before, so, like, let's just do this and, like, work my way out of it this way. And, like...
Right.
Because there are some times where I'm just like, I have things that I say now where, like, the joke doesn't work, but me pulling out of it does.
Yeah.
And so I tell it that way every time on stage, and I pull out of it the same way, and I get the laugh. And it's
when you
just
say
like,
pull out of it, you mean like you pull a ripcord and you're like, oh, this isn't working, or like...
Well, like, I'll literally be like, you guys do this, and everyone's like, the room gets silent and uncomfortable. And I'm just like, and I'll just be like, that's fine, we'll work through this shit anyways. And then, like, it's a joke about, like, I have a joke about, like, saying, like, what is it? It's, something about, like, being a good friend, and I'd help my friends get away with murder, and, like, how, like, I'm, like, giving tips. It's like, first of all, don't burn the clothes. It's a sucker move. Everyone knows you donate the clothes. And then everyone just gets silent, like, no, that doesn't seem like the move. Like, you definitely donate the clothes. And I'm like, I've never murdered someone, but if I was, like, and, like, it just gets to the point where everyone's just like, what the fuck? I'm like, we'll work through it. And, like, and usually, like, that gets a big laugh just because it's like I bail on it. But, I intentionally bail just because, like, I know that laugh is there. You know what I mean? And it looks like it's more in the moment than it actually is. You know what?
And unfortunately, it's because of, like you said before, it's because of the way you look. Like, people could be like, is this guy crazy? No, he's cool. All right. He's like me. But he's got tattoos. Like, this guy looks like he could fight. Like, but he's probably never killed anybody. Like, do you do stuff about your appearance? Do you ever tell jokes about, like, the way you look? Or because some comedians will, like, break the ice if they, like, comedians who are overweight will talk about that. Or if they're too tall, or, if they have one eye missing.
I don't say anything too physically. I might make, like, a remark about, like, I'll make fun of myself every now and then, but I won't be like, I hate when people are like, I know what you're all thinking. What's Biff doing on stage? Like, and it's like, don't do that. Yeah. Like,
duly noted. Then I won't try to do that because I don't know that. Yeah.
Like, I hate when, like, people say, I know what you're thinking. It's like, no, you don't. Like, you 100% don't. Like, if you did, you'd be like, this guy hates me.
You should talk about that. That's very funny.
And, but I don't know.
What's the best piece of advice you ever got about doing comedy?
There's been so many good, like, obvious advice that I've never, like, even thought about. And it was like, Sean Carter gave me this. He's like, start and end with your best jokes. He's like, bookend it. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. That totally makes sense. And also, like, something that never crossed my mind until it was said, and we already kind of, like, covered it on it, was, like, get the audience on your side.
Yeah.
And like that like never occurred to me like for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it was just like, I'll just tell a joke, and it's like, well, how do you get them? Like, I like to like say something that kind of gets them like to like know me a little bit, and like
Mhm.
hey, this is where I'm at.
Mhm,
Like,
mhm. I think that's a good thing.
yeah,
That makes sense. That's good advice.
but I mean like, I don't know. Like, has anyone given you advice?
I've gotten some advice here or there. I think probably Dana's given me good advice. A lot of stuff before I even started doing any stand up ever. I read a lot of books about how to do stand up, and a lot of the advice I didn't learn how to be on stage from doing stand up. So I come from it from a different angle. So because I used to do a cappella and stuff, and I've done theater and stuff. So I guess I kind of have a presence on stage where I'm able to just talk and not be afraid of an audience.
Yeah.
So much. I still get nervous, but it's never come a time where I don't mind going on stage and having nothing, I guess, and knowing that I'm gonna survive at the end of it. It's not my favorite thing, obviously, but I don't know. I get that. I think just from when you're singing a song, people will pay attention, and you don't have to even be funny. It's great.
Yeah.
So I guess I haven't gotten over that kind of like, oh, it's gonna be fine. I've done this a bazillion times. But
also, you're listening to yourself when you're singing a song.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
As opposed to stand up, you mean, or
yeah, because your reaction when you're singing, you're just kind of like, I don't know. I mean, it's probably different with hardcore, just because like I wasn't even paying attention to them. I was just kind of in my own head doing my own thing and just running back and forth and
just having a good time,
giving everything I could, like
all energy.
Yeah.
So I missed that part of. So I would obviously I wasn't hardcore, but I mean when I would sing songs, like I run around the audience and run around the stage, and kids like that, so you go into the crowd and you kind of get them going and stuff. That was my favorite part of it. Like I really want to be David Lee Roth. I want to be in Van Halen, like, because I want to run. I want to do those splits and run across the stage. So I want to reach a point where I'm doing my stand up like that, where I am so excited to be there, and I come over here and I tell a little joke, and then I run around and I do that. Getting back to the advice thing, like one of the things I read early on was when you go up on stage, you need to give the audience peace of mind that you are in control and everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
And so like the metaphor was used was like, if you're the pilot in a plane, you want to come on the air and say, okay, we're going to take this up to 3,000 feet, and we're going to be in the air for 2 hours. Weather looks pretty clear. We're going to have you in Chicago at around 6 p.m. Oh, great. Everything is fine. This, if you go up there and you're nervous, I guess we're going to get to New York City. Like, it's not life or death, but it's kind of like the audience is watching a car crash.
Yeah.
And they don't want to do that. So I try to, at least, even if I know, okay, this is going to suck, these are new jokes, I don't know what I'm doing, at the very least I go up there and I try to give the audience the sense that I'm okay. Everybody's fine. I'm still having a good time. I laugh a lot at my own jokes, which maybe that's a newbie thing to do. I don't know if you ever do that, if you have that. Like, do you ever laugh, like, just not even naturally, just as something you say or the audience's reaction?
I mean, sometimes the audience reaction, but I won't tell a joke and be like, how funny am I? Guys, do you hear the gold that's coming out of my mouth?
No.
Guys, I wrote that.
I think that's a funny character, though. Oh, I guess that's me.
That's you, yeah.
I try, I guess the other thing that I've learned, and maybe this is more for improv, definitely it works for improv, is my buddy Quentin James, who does a lot of character stuff, said, if we have fun, they have fun. Like, if the audience sees that the performers are on stage and they're having a good time.
He was in that group with Sam Ike and
something
like Gertrude.
Yeah, Friends of Gertrude.
There we go.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Good work.
Yeah. Good stuff.
You do this. By the way, have you been to Good Luck yet?
No. I hear it's great.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna want to go, and it's gonna sell out even sooner every single time. I just went last time with a friend of mine, and it's a great room. They get great. Sam and Jay know how to book. Always have. Like I did a show with Sam before, and he knows how to. Maybe that's how I know you. Did you ever do Aeronaut?
No.
No. Okay, maybe not. Anyway. Yeah, it's a great room. It's a great space. 420 friendly. Bring your own booze. Everybody's chill. Everybody's there to have a good time, and they book excellent comedians who are just really, really funny. And it's a great education all the way around in how to run a show. But Art Lounge was pretty fun.
Art Lounge, that was one of those things where I was like, I don't know how this is going to go. And then like people started feeling, I was like, this is going to go awesome. And then when I saw you go up as that character, I got nervous because I was like, well, this is certainly an energy shift. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it was doing so well where I was like, okay. Because sometimes, like, I can, like that's one of those things where I'm like, I'm not sure about. But there are certain people I know, if they're crushing, I'm like, this audience is not going to like me. But vice versa, too. Where I'm like, if like I crush and I see them on stage, I'm like, I'm sorry. It's not your night.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Like the audience is in for that type of energy, but then the other type of energy is...
They can be in for both sometimes. Sometimes it's actually a refreshing thing. Like sometimes it can be that. Like it can be such a good change of pace that it's like, oh, not everything's the same.
Yeah.
Or like, you know what I mean? Not so much the same, but it's so different that it's like, it's just a whole different brand. But at the same time, sometimes it's like, this is so different that like...
Yeah.
I want, like, something closer to that other thing.
Right.
Because, like, there's some people that are super deadpan. They're just like,
yes.
And then, like
Anthony Sabelli.
I mean, no. He's not even, like...
He's not super deadpan.
I'm talking, like, no energy.
Okay.
Almost like no personality. Almost like a corpse talking. And it'll crush sometimes.
Right.
A lot of times, too. But when I see that, and I see them crush, I'm like, oh, it's not my night.
Like me.
It's not my night. It's not my night. And I've been right 100% of the time on
really?
that one. Yeah, but at the same time, when I've been in a room and I've gone up before that person, and I'm like, oh, well, you know what? I'm up before them now, and let's see how this pans out for them. And it's like, it's vice versa, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of interesting.
I like doing Ace. I just feel like I've talked to a couple different comedians. You can give me your opinion as well, but I talked to Dana, and I was like, hey, man, I don't think I should do this because I think other comedians are going to be like, oh, it's a crutch and it's kind of stupid.
I don't think so.
And well, so that's what Dana said too. He's like, who cares what other comedians think first of all? I was like, well, I don't know. I want people to like me. It's that improv thing.
Do you know Chris Coxon?
Of course, yes.
I mean, that's his bread and butter.
His bread and butter. And Mark Gallagher as
well. Yeah.
Absolutely, you're right. But I don't know. Something in my brain, because doing that is 10 times easier for me than doing what you do, than writing and being myself and having to make it be funny. You know what I mean? So it almost feels like it's not... I feel like it's not stand-up as much as it's comedy. Don't get me wrong.
It's comedy, yeah.
And I'm not going to stop doing it, but I want to learn how to be funny being myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, all right. Well, if that's what you want to do, then yes, stop, or not stop it, but pause it, I guess.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
We are getting creamed. This is not good. All right, here we come.
Oh,
jeez. Yeah, I want to pause it, and I want to know that it's there.
Yeah.
But the other thing was like, so I'll do that at a show that I book, or if someone else books me, that's fine. I don't know if I should do that at an open mic, because I feel like the purpose of open mics is to A, get stage time, but also B, just to try out new material.
Yeah.
And not care if you die. And if I were to do Brian Ace Lee, it would quite clearly be an ego boost. You know what I mean? Because I know it works, but it's not trying out anything new. What do you think? Or am I overthinking it still?
You might be overthinking. Well, I mean, like, well, what do you want to do? Like, I mean, yeah, if you're like, this works every time and I'm fine with it, and then you bring it to an open mic, it's like, don't do that. Unless there's a huge new chunk where you're like, well, what's the deal with this part of it? You know what I mean? Like, what if I dive into this area?
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm a little bit nervous to bring it to a real stage, or like...
I am nervous to bring it to a real stage, and... yeah. But I do...
like a non-open mic stage, not real, but like...
I know what you're saying, yeah. And the thing with that character is, too, like... part of what makes him work is that I can just kind of explore and talk to the audience and then find something funny. With 3 minutes, you got to do your stuff, and then you're done. You got to get out.
Yeah. So that's I mean... But think of it this way.
Yeah.
If you just do all new stuff and in that 3 minutes you get something out of it, you know what I mean?
Right.
Even if it's 10 seconds, it's like that's 10 seconds you've got, and that 10
You've
seconds
built.
can expand.
Yeah, you're right.
Because you just found, like, you just the tip of the iceberg. You know what I mean? Like,
So what is a good balance, I guess, from booked shows to like open mic stuff that you found for you personally?
what do you mean?
Like, how often do you try out new stuff? Or are you always trying out new stuff? How often do you do like 3 minutes at like the Middle East? Or
I don't go to the Middle East that much anymore.
yeah,
Yeah. It's I work super early in the morning, so that
Yeah.
mic is like super tough to just because you
Yeah.
got to be there pretty late.
yeah. Unless you get there wicked early. And,
Yeah. And so I usually kind of chill out on that.
But what about like the open mics at the studio or
Yeah, I'm either trying new stuff or I'm working out, you know. I'm getting the beats, you know what I mean? Because that's the
Okay.
whole thing too. Like, it's
Yeah.
like I might have said this 12 times already, but the beats aren't there. Like,
right?
and sometimes it's just like keep saying it to remember it. And
Do you like to go on early, or are you there to? I know. Is it okay to be to? How much of it is it bad etiquette to show up, do your 3 minutes, and then leave if it's an open mic?
it's kind of shitty.
I get it. I kind of get it.
But, like,
at the same time,
yeah.
it's kind of like a gym, right? Like
Yeah.
everybody's there to kind of try out stuff. So I don't know.
I mean,
Because I've definitely
I try to stay like, you know, if I'm like in the first 3, I'll try to stay till like about 10 comics deep. And
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Cause
so you don't have to stay to the end.
No,
Okay.
I won't do that.
Okay.
It's so long. It's brutal.
That last week I did that at 2 different shows.
I mean, it's good to do it. It makes you look good, and if that person books a show, honestly, it looks good on your part. You know what I mean?
That you're supportive.
Yeah, and it might give you an edge on certain things. Oh, that was it.
That was it. We tried.
We tried. I couldn't be the scorpion.
Oh well. What else we got?
I don't know. What do you feel like doing?
Gonna play some Double Dragon.
I can do that.
Pretty much the same game, but with dudes. Or do you want to do Contra?
Let's do Contra.
Let's do
I feel like I can handle that one. I feel like that's my speed. Oh, you think I get this first try?
I do.
This is classic Nintendo, guys.
We got 3 views, 39 followers, 157 views. Oh, 3 viewers.
Yeah.
150. How long do you usually go for? We got an hour and 26.
The longest I've gone is 2 hours.
All right.
But I mean, it's whatever. There's no time limit.
All right.
I mean, we didn't get it.
You have a roommate?
I got a couple.
I got a couple roommates.
Yep.
I saw one of the episodes had your roommate on it.
Yeah, both of them put on it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Oh, nice. That was definitely yeah. All right.
Good work.
Let me do this. Up, down, down, left, right, P, A, B, A. How'd I do? Yeah!
Nice.
Still got it! Which one am I? I'm blue.
Yeah. Oh. All right, I'll let you get the next one. Oh. And it's gone.
It's gone. It's gone.
What the?
You know, it's fine. It's
You
fine.
did take the bridge? Go for it.
Look at that.
Nice.
Oh, no. That's how you lose a guy.
Who are your favorite local comedians? Who you're like, oh, gotta go see them, or I learned so much from them, or
I like Sullivan.
yeah. Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah. So he's super good.
Shoot, I don't know if you're gonna be able to get back there unless you die and you respawn up there.
It's fine. I'll just do this thing.
I hate the laser one. It's
That
just
one
like,
sucks. Because if you keep on pressing it, it doesn't actually shoot. It just kind of goes out like 3 feet.
yeah, it's awful.
I mean, this thing isn't that great either, being totally honest. Oh!
All right, how do you want to do that?
Oh, That's the gun right there.
Get it? Ah!
That's. You ever like leave your friend like hanging at that point where it's like they just keep on like respawning into the.
That was like the first part of like learning how to play this game. Like,
oh no, I don't want any of that.
We'll be all right. We can. Oh, and
you might want.
Oh, get it. I'll just bite the bullet.
Oh, I can't lose this gun. It's too important. It's so like the spread is so important. Although that gun takes care of those things pretty good.
Yeah, this has got a lot of firepower. I like Val Kappa. Have you seen her?
I haven't.
I think she's very funny. That's what I think.
Dude, we fucking smoked that level.
Not stand-up wise. I think when Sam is on, he's very, very funny. Sam Ike, when he's got an audience, he's always funny. He's very funny. Yeah, this could be dangerous. I don't want anybody to be like, why did you say me? You know what? I like all the local comedians. Anybody who's doing it on a regular basis has is because it's so hard. They have my admiration.
All right, that's fair. That's
yeah,
nice. It's polite.
Yeah, you know
it's diplomatic.
Because I don't want anybody to be mad. Like it's like, who's this Brian Agosta kid? I'm afraid of Boston comedians. I'm afraid they'll kick my ass. I don't know. I think not being from the area, like the thing they say about like Boston being assholes, it's not exactly true.
But it's not true.
It's not true. Like I've definitely had more experiences with assholes in Boston than I have. Like people are just direct.
Yeah.
And I think that's good sometimes. It's like, all right, let's cut the bullshit.
I mean, it's important.
Oh God, I saw your gun coming over here. I was like, oh, something shooting me from the side. What is happening?
Oh, this thing's gonna get smoked right away. See, that's the spread, man. The spread's what's up.
That's what's up, man.
Well, I feel like I'm not gonna die just because I have the spread. It's like that's how important it is to me.
Die.
Have you had any nightmare shows?
Oh, that's one of your questions.
Yeah.
Oh, it's F again. Oh no, it's the other thing. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the phaser, not the laser. I'm not sure if that's what it is. That's what I call it.
That's the phaser, not the laser.
Yeah.
Like it.
Oh, this is the level that you can fuck people over too.
Yep. Alright, you jump, I'll hit this guy. Oh, this is not working.
Oh no! I fucked you. I fucked you. That's my bad.
Nightmare shows.
Oh no! Oh, nothing matters anymore.
Oh, you know what? I did have early on, like 2010. I did a show, and I was. It was at.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh well. Limelight.
Okay.
And what's his name? It was back in the day, and Pincus was there doing stand up. And it was all stand up comedians. It was
Oh no.
It was an open mic, I think.
Okay.
This doesn't really count. What made it so much of a nightmare is that there was one comedian who would go on and he would make fun of everyone else's sets at an open mic. And it was such a clearly dick kind of insecure thing to do. I just didn't understand why you would do that.
Oh, that's your spread.
That's my spread?
That's your spread. Don't lose it.
And nobody laughed, and it was really early on, and I was like, oh shit. It was like kind of like right after my class and everything, and I was like, oh, I'm not as funny as I think I am, which is an important thing to learn. But also I was just like, why is this guy such a dick? No lasting damage. So I don't know, maybe that's not a very good story. What's your worst nightmare show?
Probably, I don't know, I've had quite a bit. I've had some where just like the audience just doesn't laugh. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm giving them everything. I mean, that
Yeah.
one, like I said, that one,
The studio one.
that studio one, that was recent, and I was just
Yeah.
like, that sucks.
Yeah.
Like, that was just a sad night for me. I was like, it's not my night.
You ever do a set and be embarrassed, other than just self pride? Like somebody came to see you and you were just like, oh,
No.
I don't give a fuck.
Well, a lot of times when that happens, when people actually come to see me, and like, one of my friends said it best. He was just like, "No, you usually don't fuck that up because you need that." Like that, he's like, you kind of, it's like super important that you like. I don't know. I can't really explain it too well. But
It's super important that you have bad nights.
No. Like it was like, oh, like some girl came to see me, and he's like, how'd you do? I was like, really well. He's like, yeah, because you needed it. Like,
oh yeah, because someone was in the audience. There was yeah.
There's like an added pressure that like really
Yeah.
is like, oh.
You
I
had to bring
mean,
it.
there's definitely like, I've definitely had people like. I used to have someone come, like, I used to date a girl that came to like a ton of my shows, and I would just be like, super like, that was terrible. But like, I'd never be like embarrassed because I was like, you know
It
me.
is what it is.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And I don't know.
That's a great attitude to have.
I mean,
It seems.
or it's delusional. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's not delusional because delusional is like I ripped it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like when
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
no, I didn't. Like
Yeah, I at the very least I want people to be honest. I mean, I want them to be nice about it. I don't want somebody to be like, "Fuck, you suck." But I do want people to be like, "Yeah, you could have done this better." What the?
oh, that scared the crap out of me.
Did we just lose the power? Are we still streaming?
We're good. We're good.
All right.
We're good.
Um.
Oh, I lost the machine gun. That was really important for this next part. Can we wait for a red guy? Is there even a red guy?
Oh,
No.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right.
Oh, we're not
It's
gonna.
gonna
Oh, this.
happen.
Oh, dude. Oh no! Nice.
I'm trying to think of like. All right, what about this walkout song? That's my.
Oh
thing.
yeah, that was a great one.
Yeah. Cause like I have like a lot of people that are into like MMA, and like even we were doing like and then comedy like special ones. So like
Mixed martial arts.
yeah.
Um.
So like it can be like I don't think you do any. Did you ever do any karate? I assume you did, cause like everyone that like
I did taekwondo.
Oh, all right.
A little bit in 10th grade.
I feel like everyone did karate. Some sort
Yeah.
of martial art.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
I mean, I still do them.
Oh, you do?
Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, good for you. I got to do something athletic.
That's the one.
That jiu-jitsu's the one, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the real one.
Okay, that's all these other pretender mixed martial arts.
Well, I mean, like if you're gonna do like some sort of like martial art, like not like saying like like more like I guess like, it kind of is like its own kind of thing now. But I don't know what the R is.
I don't either. I think it's
Is it points?
stupid. I don't know. Do you get points in this game?
I don't know. Good. Yeah, you do because you see them
Really?
at the end. You see them at the end.
Oh, you're right. They should have a tally because
It's important.
I actually okay. So walkout songs, and then I'll talk about what I have a strategy to get in shape for this year. But you can take that.
All right. I'll phase it up.
Oh shit! I forgot these come.
There you go.
Oh, there's a spread.
You got it. Oh, watch out for that shit. Be a sad day. And
Sad day in Contraland.
yeah, you don't want to fuck that up.
Walkout songs. We use a lot of walkout songs in improv, and generally I'm an '80s pop metal guy, so
Okay.
hard rock. So Van Halen.
All right, what's your Van Halen song? What's your go-to? What's the hardest Van Halen song?
The hardest Van Halen song.
Yeah, I already know what it is.
Oh jeez.
See if you're right.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
This isn't an opinion question. This is right and wrong.
Okay, the hardest Van Halen song, like hardest.
Like the heaviest, like
the heaviest Van Halen song, from your perspective, and you sang hardcore. Oh God, Unchained.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Cool. All right. We can still be friends. But like, my amped up, pumped up song would be like probably like Jump. To get the audience, they hear that keyboards and they're like, oh, what's gonna happen? Like for Brian Ace Lee, I have a karaoke track. So there's no lyrics that come out, and sometimes I'll come out to Winger, She's Only 17.
Okay.
There's that intro riff.
What a terrible song.
Super terrible.
Even like the premise, like the point.
She's only 17. Oh, duck! Look out!
Nah, I just wanted to see what's up with that. I was curious what happened. Not bulletproof.
No.
Turns out.
No. That's how you learn.
It's all right. I think this thing's good for like maybe one of these bosses. Maybe not. Oh, did you lose? Oh,
I lost the
dude.
spread. We're fucked.
That's not good.
Not good. We're gonna die.
I mean,
So wait. So what's your walkout song?
My walkout song. All right. So for a fight,
Oh wait. Are we talking about a fight?
you can do both. You can do both.
I thought we were talking about comedy.
Well, it's both. It's both.
Wait. Like I'm gonna fight somebody?
Yeah, like you're fighting in some sort of like martial art contest or
Oh
like
God.
boxing match, some sort of combat sport.
Oh God. I don't even know. I can't even. I'm so far away from. Oh jeez. Why don't you tell me yours and I'll
Well, I gotta think of a new one because I keep on doing it
geez.
because I do like.
You do this every podcast?
I do it a lot, and like usually people don't ask. Like the first one I did was the song called "The Outsiders" by Modern Life Is War.
Oh, I don't know that song.
It's a hardcore band, but
Cool.
That's a band that like people are like, that's you.
All right.
I'm like, even if you don't like hardcore, like maybe check that band out because like
Oh, cool.
it's different than everything else, and a lot of people that don't like hardcore are like, no, this band's really awesome.
Cool.
Just because it's different.
Who is it again? What's it?
Modern Life Is War.
Modern Life is War. Okay.
Yeah. And it's just it's.
Nobody wants that shit.
Oh fuck! Can we make this jump?
I don't think so.
Oh, we gotta go this way then.
Yeah.
No. I took the shortcut. I died.
Maybe we can make that jump. Yeah. Hold on. Wait, how did you do that?
I was dead.
Oh
Oh.
God!
I was gonna try and like get the.
Get the guy.
I was gonna try and like get this for you so you could just jump. Oh, shit.
Oh, fudge.
Oh, is this? Are you in that spot?
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh,
Oh man.
this is such a bad spot to
yeah,
be in.
this is really not good.
All right.
It's like my bullets weren't reaching it. What is happening?
If I just go like this, can I get under? I can do that. Oh no.
I might come out to like DMX, like y'all gonna make me lose my mind. If I was gonna have to get pumped up to fight somebody, like that might be it. Is that a good answer?
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. It's a good, I mean, I don't know. Is it a good one?
Is
Like,
I mean, that would get me pumped. It's like,
is that too pumped though? You gonna have an adrenaline dump and just ruin it?
oh, good point. Maybe. Oh yeah, you want something that like starts the flow, but like.
You want like that Outsider song, that Modern Life Is War song is like there's a slow build and it's heavy drums and it's you know the lyrics are great.
How about Right Now by Van Halen? It's got that there's piano intro. It's like down.
I mean, there's you know I'd be thinking about the video too much and not the fight. Like right now I'm about to lose this fight. Like that's what I'd be like.
That's very funny. You should. That's very funny. All right. So forget that one.
Oh, I could have just jumped across this fucking thing.
That was a discovery for me too, by the way. Oh, you gotta get that. I'm not good at
Dude, that's
Oh, that's. All right, there we go.
that's trash. I did this. I had this awesome show with Sean Conley.
Yeah.
It was called "I Hate What You Love,"
Awesome.
and
That's a great premise.
what it is it was essentially like it was kind of Mystery Science Theater 3000 meets Beavis and Butthead.
Okay.
So we would
With you and Sean.
it would be us, and we'd invite two comedians on at a time.
Cool.
Like two. Well, like it was like Like instead of one comedian doing a set, it was like two, and then we watched two. Like they would pick out two videos, and they had to be something that they liked, growing up, or something that they currently like, and then we would just
rip on it.
We would rip on it, and we'd have them tell them a story about why they like it, and there's a story attached to it, and we would just like rip them to shreds.
That's very funny. Where did you do this?
We did this at Jed's basement, which is no longer a thing.
Yeah.
And we did it at Kodo a couple times in Salem, which was pretty fucking cool.
I've never been there.
It's not a thing anymore.
Oh.
I mean, it's a thing anymore, but the dude that ran it isn't booking shows there anymore.
Oh, okay. So are you guys not doing it anymore? Are you just taking a break?
It's a tough thing to do because legally, it's not legal. You know what I mean?
Oh, you can't show like public display of like shows and shit?
Well, it's because it's like we don't own the rights to the video. So
right.
Certain places, if they have licenses, like if you have an ASCAP license, I think it's cool.
Okay.
But
okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Like so. I talked to
neither
the
one of
people
us died while we were doing that.
That's pretty good. Yeah,
that's really good.
I talked to the comedy studio about it, and they, Eli that works there, looked into the licensing, and like he's like, we don't have the license yet, but he's like, I think we'll be able to do it once, like, you know what I mean? Like they're gonna get it.
That's great.
So. No.
That sounds like a fun show.
Yeah, and
I definitely see that.
It was so much fun to do.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Oh, it's all right.
Well,
I always thought this floor killed you. Why is that not the case? Like I think this is the first time I've never touched the ground.
Really?
Yeah.
On this level? Oh.
That was the first time that's ever happened, and I've played this game so much.
Yeah.
So that just means I was so sick at like staying on top as a kid.
Oh. Well. That doesn't do anything. We established this, all right. A lot of good comedy shows.
Yeah, that was probably the most fun I've ever had.
Awesome.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong guy, that's a move. Just jump down here because I can.
Oh, but now we can't get that. Oh, that's
a stupid thing, anyways. It's an invincible thing.
All right.
Who needs it? Not me. I got no lives.
Oh, you got no lives left.
I'm on that no life kick.
Here it comes.
There it is.
But you can take my lives.
Can I?
Yeah.
How do I do that?
Press start.
Ooh.
There it is.
I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah. And that's going away.
Oh no, this isn't good. Because we're going to get to the end of this and we're going to like...
Oh, fuck.
Don't worry.
So what is we talked about me and what I want to do ideally. What is your like career success story?
My career success story?
Yeah, like what is your vector? Like what do you want to be doing ideally? Like sky's the limit. Oh, I'm on lives too.
I took all of yours.
Oh, dude.
I know, I fucked you.
Wow.
And now like... Oh, dude, this sucks.
Yeah, this part's easier with one person anyway.
No, what?
You don't have, I mean... No, there it goes. No, going in between there. If you have
two
guys. Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, like, what do you want to, like, do you want this to take over? Like, do you want to get on Conan?
I mean, all that stuff would be dope. You know what I mean? Like, there's no, like...
You want to get sitcom?
I don't think I could be a sitcom guy. I am, like... Although, I did a short film for Vinny Pagano, and that, like, turned out not nearly as awful as I thought it was going to be.
Well, there you go.
Like, I was like, I almost don't look that bad. He's like, you were good! And I was like, it's relative.
But would you, like, do you see yourself on TV, like, hosting, like, a game show, or, like, a...
Double Dare? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, dude!
I want to be the next Mark Summers.
There it is. Like, or like, yeah, because like, that's a new thing for comedians, is getting like a game show. Like,
that would actually be kind of fun.
Howie Mandel and,
I mean, I think it would be sick if like Sean Connolly and I could get like an MTV show doing that show.
Yeah, dude.
Like, because then we'd have the rights to the music video or some of the music
pitch
videos.
It.
I don't know how
to put a video together.
I don't know how to call MTV.
You know what you can do is do it. And then Oh, I won anyway.
What did I get killed by?
This thing, the carts.
Oh.
They can kill you.
That could kill me? I got too confident after, like, being
You
like,
got
nothing
cocky,
can
kid.
kill me, yeah.
Do it somewhere and then make a video of it. Put it up on YouTube, and then.
But then it gets taken down because of the videos.
Oh, F me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Believe me, I thought... There's a lot that's been thought about this. We were trying to do it into a podcast, and what we were going to do was, so we'd record it.
Yeah.
And we'd have the audio from the microphones and the audio from the show be totally different gates. Like, so it's like, you know.
So they can't. So the audience can't hear the song.
So like so like when you listen to the podcast, you can't hear the song, but then at the same time we'd count down on the video.
Right.
So it'd be like 3, 2, 1. So that way, if you're at home listening to this, and you want to go on YouTube, you can just hit play.
Oh, that's a cool thing.
Yeah.
Have you thought about like maybe taking it to a student radio station, like the WBUR or something like that, or the other one, because they have to have a license for all the music in order to operate, right?
I mean, they might have the audio, but do you think they'd have the visuals? And then also if they
do a visual thing.
Yeah, because it's like, think about it, it's like Mystery Science Theater,
right.
So you need to actually comment on some of the stuff.
I get it.
Like, still to this day, like, my favorite joke that I've ever said on that show was, so, like, that show got super stressful to do, and, like, Sean and I used to pick videos for, like, we do 3 videos each a show, and then we were like, this is too much for us, because, like, we'd have to have 3 stories, and, like, we were like, we shouldn't be the highlight of this, so we stopped doing videos altogether.
Okay.
But, back when we were doing one, I picked up a Pantera video, and because, like, I was so, like... busy, I just was like, oh, because like every Pantera video is like them playing live, and then I found one that wasn't them live, and it was a song that I liked in like junior high. So I was like, this is tight, this will work. And there's a storyline behind it, but I only watched the first like 20 seconds of the video, and that was the only time that there was actually a storyline in it. The rest of it was just them playing live. But so like I'm just like, shit, I didn't realize this was gonna be a thing. And Dimebag Darrell is playing his guitar has got the Confederate flag on it. And I was like, when they were starting Pantera, Dimebag just went into Guitar Center. It's like, I'd like the most racist guitar you have.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Right this way, sir. It's behind a special case.
But that show is tons of fun. Like, that would be a cool thing if that could do a thing. But then also just doing, like, I would love to do like a late night spot on like Conan or something like that. That'd be dope.
Yeah. Have you been listening to Conan's new podcast?
No, I don't listen to many podcasts. I don't know why.
Oh, this is the last level.
Yeah.
We're about to beat this game.
We burned through this shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I guess my idea would be like a sketch show like Key and Peele, like or Saturday Night Live. Like, if I had that, even a local version of that, I think I'd be psyched. Where I can sing a little bit, I can be funny, I can be a character. I think that's my next thing. Like, I tried doing like you ever been to Improv Asylum?
I haven't been there, but I know about it.
They do an improv main stage show, and it's basically like a sketch and improv review where they do half sketch and half improv. I always saw that as being like the pinnacle of what I wanted to do in Boston. It's just getting on that cast is pretty.
Yeah, they're like super legit. Like that's the one you want to do.
Yeah.
I know that they had like a sketch group, and like I'm not big into this like sketch, but like I saw it was people, I forget the name of them, but they were really good.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had their own TV show that they produced like 8 years ago now or something like that on local, where they had great production value, and they just bought their own advertising space or something. I don't know how they did it exactly. We're gonna get massacred. I was like, oh, that's what you can do in Boston when you have resources and talent and like stuff to back it up. I want to do that. Where you at? I'm dying.
I'm shooting the things.
All right, good.
I know what I'm doing.
Oh man,
that was a joke. I mean, with the cheat code.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think there is a rule on Twitch that says you can't use you can't cheat.
Oh, there's a rule?
Yeah, but I think they mean more like, current games and like hacking with computers, stuff like that.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I don't think that it like follows this.
Hello, I mean, if you can beat Contra without using the cheat code.
My friend did it once.
Really?
Yeah.
I know a guy.
I know a guy.
For real though, he did.
Yeah.
He just bragged about it. You saw this? You have documentation?
No. I don't have documentation, but that's a stupid lie. Like, you suck if that's your lie.
Oh man.
All right.
Well, yeah, my mom is actually calling me.
Uh oh.
No, everything's fine. I think. I told her to call later because she was like, hey, I'm going to this guy's house. I don't know if he's gonna murder me.
I'm probably gonna murder you. All right. So why don't we close it up with we'll do this. We'll do the Top Gun challenge because
I forgot about that.
You don't know this game.
Yeah. So what is the Top Gun challenge?
All right. So Top Gun was a movie, and that's the challenge.
Yep, you're right.
And what Nintendo did was they put the movie on a Nintendo cartridge, and we watch it on 8-bit.
Oh, that's awful! Oh, that'd be so awful.
Yeah, I am bad. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no. So this game, I'll go first. It's a one-player game.
Okay.
But just so you can see what's gonna happen.
Okay.
Is there's no one's made it past the second level ever.
Really?
I mean,
Wow.
I haven't Googled it, but like, it's like infamously like everyone knows that this is
Infamously difficult?
Yeah, it's like impossible.
Okay.
And it's like we're not even gonna go to the second level because
Okay.
like you get a pass when you don't land the plane on the battleship
Okay.
or the aircraft carrier.
Okay.
But no one can land it. No one can land it. It's impossible.
Now I'm intrigued.
Yeah. So you're gonna ask me what the buttons do? I don't really know. It's Nintendo and there's only so many buttons.
Right. Okay.
I mean, like one's missile, one's shoot, but then like there's weird things that happen. Like they shoot missiles back at you and you just get hit by them. Because I don't know how to do it.
And you don't explode?
Here's the thing: you can pick any type of these missiles. It doesn't matter. Who gives a shit?
No.
Some are more powerful than the others, but they all destroy like things with one shot. So I don't understand, or maybe they don't. I don't know. Listen, the instructions for this game. Let me tell you how bad this game was. When I got Nintendo, like we were poor as fuck. Like my dad was like, all right, we're going to get a new Nintendo game. You know what I mean? That was a big deal when you're poor. And like, you know.
We didn't even have Nintendo. We had to go to our friend's house.
Yeah. And so we got in like Nintendo games were like $60 back in the day.
Oh, God. No.
And so like I'm a kid and I'm like, yeah, new Nintendo game. And it's like, well, let's get Top Gun. I'm like, yeah, let's get Top Gun. And so we get it. Yeah. And the game is so fucking bad.
Yeah.
That my dad's just like, yeah, we don't have to eat next week. Let's get another game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was like,
wow.
We actually went out and got Contra. Like,
wow.
Because it's like, yeah, that's what we should have done. Like, that, we messed up big time. See, this is one of those missiles that I don't know how to, I dodged. Did I dodge it?
I don't know.
I dodged it.
Nice. See, you're getting better.
Listen, I'm probably going to land. I told Sean Carter I was definitely landing the plane tonight.
All right.
So, like.
You got bogeys coming up behind you?
It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about it. I'm good.
I'm a little worried. All right.
Just so you know, we just get one try at this. One shot.
Oh, okay. One shot.
And then we're done. So, like, make sure, like, you don't die.
Okay.
Because, like, you have to make it to the, Joe Headshot? Is that your brother?
No.
Oh, all right. Well,
it could be. I don't know.
What's your brother's name?
On Twitch? I have no idea.
In real life?
In real life?
Is his name Joe?
I have no idea. No, it's Mark.
Oh, that'd be weird if it was like...
It's Joe Headshot? My dad?
Yeah, see, I died. I don't know how. Well, thanks for following Joe Headshot. I'll follow you back.
What?
Once we get this thing. See, yeah, I dodged that like a boss. And so, like, yeah, like oh yeah.
But you're going towards something, or
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, there's nothing really going. Like, you just shoot stuff. You kind of fly.
Right. Okay.
Like there's altitude over there. I have no idea what that means.
Okay.
It might actually come in here. Like, so, like, you got dodge as much stuff as you can.
Right.
Try not to die. When that
Okay.
radar thing comes up, stay in between the things because you want to make it to the aircraft carrier because that's
Okay.
the challenge. Is landing this thing. It is so impossible
Okay.
that like, and it tells you that it's like put the nose up, put the nose down. You're too far left, too all right, and then you just smash into the ocean.
Well, so and there's no. Oh, you have a speed.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. Like, dude, like this is like.
I feel bad.
See now
Oh.
I gotta fly in between these things.
What are those things?
I don't know, but I gotta stay in the middle. I think I'm gonna go up a little bit too. I don't know.
Are you in? Like,
I'm gonna crash into this thing. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. I'm probably gonna get hit by something. It's gonna be like you crashed, because you did something. Yeah. See, I don't know what that is. So don't get hit by anything, because I think you get 2 of those things that you gotta fly through. And now we're at landing sequence where I'm about to get fucked.
Okay.
So watch. Now here it's gonna give me
Okay.
these instructions that are
Okay.
like, this is like comedy. Like if you can land this plane, you'll be alright at comedy.
Okay. All right. Go. All right.
So I don't know what's going on. I'm just kind of
I'll
holding
just
this. Oh,
see-
so I'm gonna speed down.
How do you speed down?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think.
Is
You
there
hold
a
the
brake
you hold the up button, and that's slowing me down. Speeding down quite a bit. And then I'm gonna try and line up my sights with the. With those lines, I think.
Okay.
Left. I'm good. No, right. Speed. I'm speeding down. I think I'm too far down though.
Oh man.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna. Left. What are you talking about?
Left. Oh fuck.
Oh, too much. Oh, I gotta come up. Oh god. I'm speeding up. Oh no, it's too much. It's too hot. I'm gonna. Oh god. Here. Oh no. Too. Oh, this is it. Oh. Yep. So that's the challenge.
Holy crap.
And sometimes you go past it. Sometimes you just crash onto it.
What the heck?
So.
All right.
We'll just reset this so we can start you at the thing.
Oh man. Okay.
And just hit start. You gotta hit aggressively. Yeah, there you go.
You go.
Yeah. So.
Highway to the danger
Dude,
zone.
Kenny Loggins. Dude. Footloose is my shit, though.
Oh,
if
that's
I'm going
great.
Kenny Loggins,
Yeah.
I'm going Footloose.
Yeah. I did that in a wedding band one time.
Really?
Yeah.
You sang in a wedding band?
As a tryout.
Oh, all right.
But yes, I did. And
You didn't make
was
it?
dope. Something happened, and it was like he was not thrilled with me for some reason,
Oh.
and so it didn't. How do I take off? I don't know.
I think it just takes off for you.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, and so, like, down will kick you up,
Okay.
and then up will point you down.
Okay.
A shoots the regular gun. B, when you kind of get, like, a thing in your sights, it'll lock on. You can shoot a missile. Like, if you hit B now, yeah, and then hit it again, yeah, it fires that up. But I don't even use those. There's no point to it.
Okay.
It's But the important thing here is, like,
Yeah.
just make sure none of these things shoot you.
Right.
Because you got to get through those. Because I don't know how to get through those things. It's like
Yeah.
danger, and like if you get
On the Death Star.
you have
it's like-
3 lives, and 2 of
Okay.
them are just wasted on that like thing. So like,
All right. So don't get hit. Got it.
yeah, for sure, don't get hit.
All right.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we did. I did that, and then I did Footloose, and then
that's a good one. Was that your choice? Was that like, what do you want? What can you bring to the table? And you were just like, I can bring something to the table when dancing was not allowed.
2 words. Kenny Loggins.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. This song is about Kevin Bacon loving Slaughterhouse-5, which is the most obscure thing to say about that movie. Like, no one's remembering that part about that movie.
I don't think I just.
Oh, dude, you're fucked. You got to make.
Am I screwed now?
You might be. I don't.
All All right, I gotta get good at this game. In no
Maybe
time.
you know what? We'll say this when you get in between those two things.
Yeah.
We'll just say go all the way right on one of the things. Maybe you can't go in between them. Maybe that's the problem.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't know what the hell those two things are.
Maybe we should get like a tutorial or something.
No, dude, that's weak sauce. Yo, Joe Headshot, you know anything about Top Gun aside from being like a horrible movie?
We also did. Oh
Oh,
yeah.
there you go.
The
State, yeah, state. Oh, dude, you're fine. You cleared it.
You know what I think that might have been?
What?
That might have been another plane locking onto you.
Oh.
And maybe you have to evade them.
I thought it was a mountain. I'm just like.
And you were just like, hey, let me make it easy for
I'm
you.
trying to
Straight.
I'm trying to Will Smith Independence Day
Yeah,
shit, like
right.
being like, yeah.
Yeah. You're just going straight. Hey, yeah.
Let's kick the tires and light some fires or whatever he says. Like, you know what I mean? Like.
That was a fun movie at the time. Little Harry Connick Jr.
That's still a good movie.
How come they didn't bring Harry Connick Jr. back for the sequel?
Who's Harry Connick Jr.?
What? Harry Connick Jr. Super hardcore
You know
singer.
something? If you repeat his name,
Super.
I totally understand who you're talking about.
Harry Connick Jr. Harry Connick Jr.
I know the name, but
No,
I'm
I know.
like,
he's Oh, okay. Here we go. Oh, I made it to the landing sequence. All right.
oh, dude, you only got hit by one missile. All right, you're fucked though.
Thanks, coach.
yeah. Yeah, go get him, champ. Give me that Rudy speech.
Yeah,
You ready,
I do.
champ? I've been waiting this my whole life. Will you take us out?
So for speed down.
So you want to hit up because that's gonna bring your nose down,
Okay.
right? I think yeah.
Okay.
Because that's aggressively bringing your speed down. And your altitude, I think. Oh, maybe bring your nose up a little bit and oh, dude, this is so intense. Oh, push up now. Push up. You're going too fast. Go. You gotta go right now. Oh. Hit up. Dude, go right a little bit. Oh man. Oh, you're not gonna make it. Oh, you're smashing right into that thing. Dude, you're fucked. You're so fucked. You're so fucked. Up more. Oh no, dude.
Oh man, that's fun.
Well, depends on what your definition of fun is.
Hey.
And then the second level, it's like you do the same shit, and then you have to get gas from a tanker.
Okay.
But then when you do that, you can't you don't get pushed through. You just that's game over, and like you don't see the
And
next
we're
level.
definitely not walkthroughing. You're definitely not gonna. We can't go on Wikipedia and learn about how to do this.
Dude,
That's
why would you
cheating.
do? Yeah,
I don't
that's like I'll no.
All right.
No.
All right.
If you probably went on Wikipedia, it'd be like, no, dude, like.
No, why are you even here, dude? I'm not gonna tell you.
I
how to
feel
beat the
like
game.
jumping that gap in the ET Atari game, which was impossible, is easier than doing this.
You know, I've never played that ET Atari game.
I didn't either, but I know that there's something in it that's just left
Impossible to
unfinished.
do.
It's impossible to do, and that's why the game failed.
Oh, all right.
All right. Well, why don't we close this out? What do you have coming up? Anything coming up?
Oh yeah. Gosh, I forgot that I could do that.
Yeah.
Next Arlington Art Lounge
Oh, nice.
is happening in February. On February 22nd, Art Lounge Comedy at the Arlington Art Lounge on Mass Ave in Arlington, Massachusetts.
Across from the Auric Vacuum Store.
That's right.
Which I take huge issue with, which there's no way that's not a cover-up, which I brought up when I was
You
on
did.
stage there. I was just like, there's no way they're just selling fucking vacuums there. Because one, what sustainable store, brick-and-mortar store, can just sell vacuums? Not just vacuums, Auric 8-pound vacuums. That's insane to me.
I was very, no one had ever mentioned that before, too. And you're like, oh, yeah, there is an Oryx store across the street. What is it? It's very funny. What do you got going on?
I've got the Greenbrier up the street in Brighton.
Nice.
Come check me out this Sunday, the 20th. And then on Wednesday, I'll be at the Poorhouse.
Oh, cool.
Sean Carter's show. He hasn't booked me on it yet, but I'm just going to say I'm doing it.
Well, you just said it yesterday, though, right?
What?
Didn't you do the Poorhouse yesterday?
I've been doing it for about 3 months straight.
Nice. Good for you.
I usually write in a passive-aggressive thing on
Email?
his post.
Nice.
Like he'll be like, "Oh, come to the poorhouse tonight. There'll be special guests." I'm like, "Am I the special guest? Because I should be."
That's one way to get booked.
I only do that with him because we're tight friends.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
I
no.
wouldn't do that with someone I don't know because that's super
That's
weird.
super
Yeah.
not cool.
But he's good to me, and he always hooks me up with spots. And
Nice.
like I've been lucky enough that like there haven't been too many people that not get spots. So
Nice.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say I'll be there. Whether I'm really there or not, who knows?
Who knows?
But I'll say it tonight. I'll say it on Saturday with Chloe, and possibly with Sunday when I do one with Baglio. But he's got to check his schedule.
Are you taking tomorrow off?
Probably take it tomorrow off.
All right.
But yeah, I might try to train tomorrow. Who knows?
A little
I haven't been
jiu-jitsu?
able to, but it's because I got like I broke out with hives, and then I scratched them like an idiot, and so like
I saw that photo.
yeah. And so I'm trying not to have anything around my neck.
Cool.
Specifically, someone choking me.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
know if that was that what it was? Another jiu-jitsu player had like too much hand lotion?
No. It's just I've been stressed, and so like and anxiety, and so I just like it was like, and, I was like
Nice.
and then like a child, I fell asleep just like being like ah. So wear mittens when you sleep, cause Mike Birbiglia. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll be back Saturday. And hey, you know what? Follow me on Instagram. Follow Brian on Instagram.
Yeah.
But for updates on me, when I go live, because there's a chance I could just do one randomly anyways tomorrow. But yeah, keep you posted, updated, whatever. You'll figure it out. Thanks for watching, guys.